All right, we are back. Welcome to Nerd Church. Y'all are welcome.
Twice in a month.
Less than a month since our last session. Amazing.
I would not have been able to wait. That's like waiting for a season finale for a month. I was like, now.
Right. Y'all are welcome to jump into the Zoom room if you want. You do not have to if you're local, but
I do love seeing your faces.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'm just delayed.
Did you email it to us, or where did you?
I think it's in the invite. I just peeked out.
no, sorry. And I never, the invite doesn't work for Thomas. So
Oh,
Sorry.
I think I looked at the
We
old
send
invite
it in
last
Gmail.
week's.
yeah. But as I'm doing that, I will recap for you by telling you that last time we gathered, you recovered a cache of treasure from the underwater temple of Umberlee. Then you returned to find the village of Quan Shu under attack by ghouls. And having defeated the ghouls, you came face to face with the floating visage of Eupedo, who, hovering over the city, basically told you to get out of her way.
And we said, yes, ma'am.
And then she
like, okay.
And then she did.
See you later.
At which point you kind of sneak away. Well, you beat up a bunch of ghouls and kind of saved the village.
I don't know if we did. Those ghouls
Well,
killed somebody.
No,
You
I
beat up a
cleaned
bunch
it
of
all
ghouls
up.
and cleared out the village. Let's say that.
Yeah.
Um,
We're going to buy up all the real estate now that everyone's dead.
why is it? Oh, there we go. All right, Zoom link sent.
Sent?
Can I just something that was funny that Katie and I noted last time, but we didn't share with the group. My ex-girlfriend's name is Amberlee. And all of a sudden
I was like, wait
Matt-
a minute.
makes a god called Umberlee. And I'm like, well, all right.
I was like, well, that was kind of weird.
That's awfully weird.
Yeah, just to clarify, that was not me taking a random dig at you. Umberlee is actually in the D&D lore.
This says more about your ex-girlfriend than it does about
Right. I did not think that you were, being that I had never mentioned her before. It was just so random and kind of funny.
That was funny.
Well, Matt's private eyes are very good, so they dug that up, no problem.
I see everything. Can't hide anything from me.
DM. DM knows all.
The DM sees all. Okay. Where we truly left off is the party, having helped clear out the village, but feeling pretty beat up, sneaked away into the jungle and found a spot to set up camp for the night, hoping to get a long rest in safely.
And we did.
You have not
Okay.
completed a long rest, but what you will get to do is attempt it. So we're going to do 2 rounds of keeping watch through the night. And I have created a custom random table that we're gonna roll against. We're gonna do a luck roll, and we're gonna do a perception roll. So whoever is on watch will roll perception to see how good a job you do of keeping watch. The success or failure of that roll will determine if anything that does show up at your camp is surprised by you, if nobody is surprised, or if they surprise you. The luck roll will determine whether anything actually finds you out here. And we're gonna do 2 of those. So,
Can I use guidance for something like this? Is this an appropriate time? And would it
you can use guidance for perception.
right, so I couldn't do it on the luck roll. I have to do it to help someone else's perception, not my own.
You can do it for your own.
Can I?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You can cast guidance on yourself.
Okay,
Mhm.
thank you. I'm still getting used to guidance.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna be screaming it every 5 seconds tonight.
that's right. Guidance.
Guidance, guidance.
Probably not typically a combat spell, but
No, cause it uses up your,
Mm-hmm.
right,
your action.
okay,
Costly in combat. Outside of combat, great.
okay.
So, with that in mind, who is going to take first watch?
I'll take first watch.
Guidance.
I take your guidance.
All right. Bottom's going to take first watch. Anybody staying up with him, or is everybody else in dire need of as much healing as they can get?
I think it'd be real good for Pano to heal.
Yeah, I gotta get some healing in.
Get her spells
I'll
back.
stay up. I'll stay up. Air will stay up.
All right. Bottom and air. Staying up. Bottom's going to roll a perception check. Air is going to roll a luck check. Or a luck die. I'm going to get Thomas
Nice.
in the room here.
Well, we don't know what it means.
I think perception is good.
I see
26.
a 26 on
Yay.
perception. That's very good.
He was real perceptive.
Okay, I gotta stop.
Bottom has turned all the sensors way up on his on the exocomp.
All right, a 14. Ooh,
No, that's not good.
good, bad, fun. That's all.
Who's to say?
Who's to say? All right. With your excellent perception roll, Bottom, you are the first to hear. Maybe your exocomp gives you a little non-auditory tactile feedback warning to let you know that it has detected something out in the jungle.
You like beat me again.
It has detected, you remember in Aliens where like the movement sensor picks up on something coming closer, and then there's another dot and another dot and a bunch of dots?
Yeah.
It's sort of that kind of thing. So there are 6 somethings headed in your direction, sort of in a pack. And because of your excellent perception check, you have a brief period of time to prepare for that in some way.
Okay.
Bottom is going to pick up a rock. Well, he's going to have the exocom pick up a rock. And with our new discovered yeet action, he's going to launch it as far as he can.
Oh, in
Away
the
from-
opposite direction?
To try to get whatever is coming towards them to maybe divert.
Okay, distract him.
All right.
I like it.
So is this the catapult spell, or is this just
No,
the exocomp?
this is just yellow. This is just throwing.
Just yeeting.
Just okay. Then make a strength check or
Guidance.
athletics or whatever.
Wait,
You're
hang-
asleep. You're asleep.
It just pops up.
Guidance. Make a yeet check.
Huh,
Oops.
3. Oh, wait, it would be me. It would be the exocom.
Yeah. So
Okay. Hang on 1 second.
3
I have
plus
that.
whatever your exocomp bonus is.
Good thing it doesn't have to be accurate.
Does have to go far though.
5.
5. Okay.
I feel like we didn't check for overhead clearance.
Yeah.
Hit a branch.
So the exocomp stands up, picks up this very large rock that you found, and it kind of repositions itself and launches it off, and it immediately clunks off an overhead branch and crashes heavily down into the brush about 50 feet away from you. And it does make a loud noise, but the creatures moving towards you are not deflected far enough to keep you from being discovered. And suddenly, without warning, you face 6 ghouls that come charging into the clearing. So I need to just...
Have we had
0 rest has been achieved.
cool?
I mean, not cool.
I mean, I got hit
So
points.
cool, you guys. If you'd like to join me in the Maps app, I will
Yep.
start the session. Let me just pack these ghouls up. I will give you one quick option. I don't know if there's a good option or not, but I'll give it to you. Bottom and air. If you, because you had advance notice of these critters, if you want to move out into the woods to intercept them, you could leave the other 2 to continue resting.
Oh.
Yes.
You gonna take them on your own?
You guys
Sure.
okay on hit points?
Okay.
Yep. I'm good on hit points.
Okay.
All right, then I'm going to
Okay.
hide Pando and Freya.
You're just like telling the ghouls, be quiet. They're sleeping.
We just got them to bed.
You got this. All right.
My map is not loading for some reason.
Okay. Well, you want me to just share my screen, maybe?
Hang on. We're gonna close out and just try again.
Okay. Give it a shot, and if it doesn't work, I'll just share my screen.
All right.
Are we going to get a free action or anything, or no?
Your action was to yeet a boulder.
That was not my action.
Well, if you wanted to take an action while the yeeting was happening, I'll give it to you.
Can I cast a spell?
Yeah,
Well, I guess.
as long as it's an action.
I won't do it because I feel like it's not fair because I know that the rock was not successful in diverting them.
I don't think it's a big problem, but
I'll not for
Okay.
fairness, in the spirit of fairness.
all right. Then
All right. Here. I'm good to go.
You're good? Okay.
Yep.
All right, let's get some initiative rolls quick.
7.
7. I have 4.
6.
I'm sorry. 8.
Oh, we're hidden. We're
You're
sleeping.
sleeping.
I'm sleeping.
And still faster than me.
Yeah. All right, excellent. Well, that means that the ghouls are going to act first. So they are going to race in. Ghoul A, moving up to air.
Difficult terrain.
Still plenty close enough. Ghoul A moving up to air is going
What's wrong with
to
me? I should just
Held
cast
in
a spell.
action. Held in action, yeah.
slash out with claws.
What was I doing?
That is an 8, which I am
Doesn't hit.
quite sure misses. Ghoul B is somewhere way back here. Ghoul B can't quite get to you, so it's gonna dash and move to surround you, but not attack. Ghoul C can get to Potom just fine. It is going to attack using claws. 7, that misses. Ghoul D is going to race up and also attack Potom using its claws. 19, I believe, is going to hit.
It does.
Is 7 points of slashing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, it's a natty one.
It's not great. You are paralyzed.
6.
Paralyzed for 1 minute.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
You can repeat your saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
Oh my gosh.
are you gonna yell for us?
You may need to wake us.
We'll see. We'll see how.
Yeah,
We'll see how this round
doing
goes.
See
good.
how Ghoul F does.
Ghoul E is gonna
Remember ballpark? How many?
run up
these
here.
things have?
Can't attack, so it'll sprint to get behind you. Ghoul F, same Z's. They're all just going to run up and surround you. That brings us to Potom. Potom, you are paralyzed. At the end of your
I'll make
turn,
a Constitution saving throw.
you roll a Constitution saving throw.
20.
That'll do it.
Yay!
You are no longer paralyzed, just surrounded by ghouls.
And that's the end of my turn, right?
That's it. Air, you're up.
Okay. I think it's the first time I've cast a spell. I'm gonna do Thunder Step.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you teleport
That
yourself.
should go a long way to keeping you hidden out here in the jungle. Thought Air to herself.
Thought air. You teleport yourself to an unoccupied space. You can see within range. I assume I can't see like the last little bit of this text box. Immediately after you disappear, a thunderous boom sounds, and each creature within 10 feet of the space you left must make a Constitution saving throw, taking 3d10 thunder damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
Oh, okay.
Thunder can be heard up to 300 feet away.
I guess we're gonna
300 feet away.
Wake us up, actually.
I tried.
Ooh,
I never get to cast it. Never get to cast it.
I remember we had talked about it before. So
something that happened at the end of the last session was I have a floating rock above my head.
Yeah,
Does that do anything?
it does something.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like right now.
It hasn't revealed itself right now to be doing anything.
You're not currently aware of what it's doing.
Okay. Great.
All right, Thunderstep. So
Wow. Oh my god. What a pointless waste of a spell.
Oh,
so they all are going to roll to save. Is that right?
Yeah, roll to save. It's a 16. Con 16.
Con save. Okay.
It's a con save. I only rolled a 9, so this was completely pointless.
Okay. Well,
You want maybe the fact that
Ghoul
you guys
A
waked up. It's good. You know,
is made the check, right? What do they need to beat?
16.
Oh, so
No.
it failed then. Ghoul B, or sorry, Ghoul B did succeed though, and Ghoul F failed.
Okay, so 9 against A and F, and then I forgot it's rounded down or rounded up.
Rounded down.
Okay,
So-
4.
you know what? That's something. And you hit 3 of them. You know.
Yeah.
You spread it out to 3.
I was thinking 3d10 would somehow average a little higher.
Before Air's turn ends, Potom's going to tell
I'm gonna tell.
put your cloak on.
What'd you yell?
Put your cloak on.
The cloak he gave you.
Oh, did I actually get that from you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
To be clear, it's not a cloak. It's the
it's just a hide.
untreated skin
Oh,
of,
right,
of a
right.
displacer beast.
Yeah.
Wrap yourself in that still
And then-
bleeding skin.
They're raw.
No, we preserved it.
Amazing.
Can I use a bonus action to put something under? I have to wait. Should I wait till I have a full action?
Nah, go for it. You can do your bonus action.
Okay, I'll put the sopping flesh of
It's not stopping.
Yeah, it's definitely dried out by now.
You put the crusty, dried skin of the displacer beast around your shoulders.
Oh, I didn't realize that you had given it to me by now. I thought I have to add it to my inventory. Well, we can deal with that later.
All right, teleport successful. An extremely loud noise bursts across this hiding spot.
Awakening.
I'm gonna
your
say
partners?
Freya and Pando. You may choose to enter the combat if you want. A long rest doesn't necessarily mean you're fast asleep. It just means you are focusing on recovery and healing.
I
And
feel like we need to
resting?
help our friend.
I think we probably
If
should.
Panda were to wake up and see them fighting ghouls, she'd run into it.
yeah, that's your choice.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay, then let me
Bro would just be like, oh, they got this.
unhide
I
you.
killed like 30 of those before I went to sleep.
Probably Freya wakes up and is like, "Why are we making so much noise? We're supposed to be
We are
hiding."
trying to have a long rest here, people.
All right. Top of the order, Ghoul A.
Do we need to roll and
It
stuff?
just does the thunder damage, right? Not,
Oh.
it doesn't like delay them, stun them, any other lingering effects.
That's a good question. Let me check.
Should we roll for initiative?
Yes, I think.
To pop us into
Nope.
initiative
Oh.
order?
It auto rolled for you.
Oh,
Oh,
I've got Freya at 10 and Pando at 6
okay.
from the auto roll. So
okay.
we'll just leave
Go
it.
with that.
Oh, wait a second. This is an odd little tidbit.
Okay, these are so good.
Creature must
What
be
kind of
within
hair?
5
So
feet of you
delicious.
when you
I
cast
bought
the
the fancy
spell.
ones from Costco.
Yeah, they're really
They're-
good.
Oh, you
Like
can bring
the
along
glass, like-
objects as long as they're waiting. You
Like
can
you
also.
don't need
Oh,
to
okay, you
run,
can
like, right-
teleport. You can bring someone with
Like
you.
on the
Okay, that's
edge
what
of
this
the
is.
checkouts. I
Mm.
don't know
Okay,
what they
nope,
do,
that's
right?
it.
Just
They're
damage,
freaking
okay.
amazing.
All right, then Ghoul A, a little confused. Actually, you guys are probably more like over
Back here.
yeah. Since we were trying to let you sleep. Ghoul A, a little confused about where its prey went, is just gonna run over here to Potom and attempt to bite you. That's a 4, it misses. Next up is Ghoul B. Ghoul B, samesies, just gonna run around, try to bite Potom. That's 4. Ghoul C, just all about Potom. Try some claws. 21, that'll hit. Potom, you're gonna take 9 points of slashing damage. And I need a constitution check. Save, a constitution save.
13.
You're fine. Ghoul D, Potom. That's a 6, that misses. Ghoul E, Potom. Claws. That's a 20. You'll enjoy 7 points of slashing damage. Please roll a constitution save.
16.
You're good. And finally, Ghoul F. It's going to chase down its earlier prey and attack air. Claws. 15.
No. Do we get to find out what the cloak does, if anything? Nothing.
Yeah, a displaced piece skin does not do anything.
Come on.
It's a great crafting item,
Nice.
but wearing it around your neck does not help you.
It just makes it look like a badass.
Yeah, you do look really cool.
Not a cloak of displacement or anything like that. Not a weaker version of a cloak of displacement.
Nope, it is not. All right, that's all the ghouls, which means we're up to Freya.
Yeah, I'm gonna come up here and go like this. flank them. That's flanking, right? Both-
Yeah, we're flanking on Ghoul A.
Ghoul A and E, right?
Yeah, okay. I'll
Okay.
give you that.
Cool. All right. I am going to bash Ghoul A, I guess at advantage. They're flanked, right? Well, 25.
That will hit Ghoul A.
25 or 22. And then I'm not raging, so I'm not gonna add in, only 8.
Okay,
8 damage. And then I will do another hit on, what is the other? I'll do another hit on the same one.
okay,
15,
that hits.
okay. And 11.
Plenty. All right, Ghoul, one Ghoul down. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn. I don't think I have a bonus action to expend.
All right, Potom, you're up and surrounded. And your friend Freya is here, creating a hole.
Great. So let's go to let's
I guess
focus on Ghoul B.
I could only charge when I was raging, but
Okay.
I can.
Ooh, as a bonus action, Tom shouts, "Shields up!" And I get 5 temporary hit points.
Nice. Well timed.
And as my action, Potom will grab his warhammer in the hands of the exocomp and bludgeon Ghoul B.
Okay,
Oh, wrong thing first. 25.
yeah, that'll hit.
15 points of damage.
That's a lot. Not quite enough to take out Ghoul B, but it is a lot.
We will again. Well, let's see here. Let's hit Ghoul D this time with the warhammer.
Okay,
You whip around.
18.
that hits.
Noise.
12 points of damage.
Nice. Potom just flailing back and forth. He's surrounded by ghouls, which means there's lots of targets. And he slams the hammer repeatedly into them, doing some big damage, but doesn't take one down, just laying out big hits. Pando, you're up next.
Okay. I'm gonna Thorn Whip Ghoul E.
Who was flanked, by the way, so,
That's gonna be a 26 to
well,
hit.
you didn't need it.
This was Ghoul B, you said, or E?
E.
E. Yeah, that hits.
And an 8 damage.
8 damage, okay.
Can I do it as a bonus action on another one?
No,
'Cause it's a cantrip?
Cantrip takes
No?
an action.
Okay.
Anything else? Gonna stay put?
I'm totally staying put.
Fair enough. Air, you're up.
Okay, I gotta redeem myself here after that terrible, terrible
I don't
turn.
think I have any more wild shapes.
No more spells, but we can just hack away at these.
I mean,
ghouls.
it wasn't a terrible turn. You ended up doing a total of like 21 points of damage to the ghouls in general.
Not enough.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Pointless.
It was the right moment in combat to use that spell.
Yep.
dumb.
The dice
it
can
was,
just
and
be
it
our
just
undoing.
did, but
It's
it
about
still
the
did.
opportunity
You still
cost.
did,
Yeah,
you took
well,
down.
It's possible there is a
major
severe
damage.
opportunity cost. We'll see. Because well timed tactically in combat, strategically might have been questionable.
Lost the force for the trees here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna attack. Oh, sorry. I'm taking Ghoul C, the one in front of me.
All right,
14.
that hits.
Okay.
Yeah, they do not have a high AC.
16 points of damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm
Nice
gonna
slash.
go again.
All right.
18. Oh, actually, these should be at advantage, shouldn't they?
Oh yeah, he's definitely
Yeah.
definitely flanked.
Okay, I'll roll again just to see if there's a. 25, but
Not a crit?
Not a crit.
not crit. What is this? There we go. The lowest possible damage. 1 + 1 + 6. 8.
Didn't matter. That was what you needed to get rid of Ghoul C.
Should have just cast Armageddon.
All right. That brings us to the top of the order. This is the beginning of round 3. Which is potentially relevant. Ghoul B is going to...
Oh shoot! Oh, no, sorry. Never mind. Well, here actually, since you haven't actually taken any moves yet, can I use my? I forgot that I actually have Hexblade's Curse available.
Yeah,
Can I cast that?
sure.
I'm going to cast that against Ghoul F.
Ghoul F, you got it. Hexblade's Curse.
So
That's
is
a-
Hexblade's Curse not an action?
It's a bonus action.
Nice.
And and it doesn't count for like the spell rules because it's an ability, not a spell.
Nice. I like.
Yeah, it's like it's not a huge advantage, but it's free. Basically,
Yeah.
almost every
That's
turn.
great.
So it
Plus,
gives you,
yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, +3 damage. +3 bonus to damage rolls. It spreads the critical hit to a 19 and 20, and then I regain 11 hit points if it dies.
yeah, it's pretty good. All right, Ghoul B is going to take a slash at Potom. That's a 14. Does that hit you, Potom?
Nope.
All right. Ghoul D is going to slash at Potom. That is an 18. Does that hit you?
And my arm class is 18, so I believe if it matches, it does.
Yep.
Yep.
So that's 8 points of slashing damage, and I need a Constitution save, please.
2, 8.
I think we were just like a party of
21.
All good?
tanks.
Right.
Yeah. Ghoul E
None of us can really
is
tank.
going to turn and attack Freya. That is a 20,
Hits.
and not natural, and that is 7 points of slashing damage, which you'll take all of because you're not raging.
Yeah,
and I
sure.
need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Damage and 8.
You are paralyzed.
Which you would never. For as many times as I fail these, I have a +5 on Constitution.
ridiculous.
I fail it every time.
It's ridiculous. You
I fail it every time.
the worst luck against ghoul poison. Ghoul F is going to attack air.
I'm hypersensitive now. I'm having an allergic reaction. I'm hypersensitive.
That's a 9, which
No
is
good.
going to miss. And that brings us to Freya, who is paralyzed. Freya, you can make a Constitution saving throw to try to break free of your paralysis.
24.
Yep, you're good.
Woo!
But that
But
is your turn.
That's my whole turn.
Potom, you're up.
Asia. All right, well, Warhammer was working before, so we'll hit Ghoul B with a Warhammer strike. 29,
Yeah, that'll hit.
14 points of damage.
More than enough. Ghoul B out of commission.
Ghoul D is taking the second strike. 25.
Yep, that'll hit. That's when you do have to roll. But
Smash, Potom.
oh yeah, no problem. All right, so 2 quick turns, 2 quick ghouls down.
Come on, guys, let's take care of the rest of
Pando.
these.
Pando's gonna throw a big ball of fire
Big ball of fire.
at Ghoul E. Oh shit, I didn't do mine.
Guidance? No.
That
Right.
that was damage. Wrong one.
It's just, I forgot to cast it. And then roll it.
Is it just me, or do all the ghouls look like they have mustaches at the top?
Everyone.
Oh, man.
Okay, so to be clear, you were casting Flaming Sphere.
Yeah.
So you don't have to roll an attack for Flaming Sphere.
Oh, I don't.
No, you cast it and it appears where you tell it to appear.
Perfect. So then it has 3 damage right on top of Ghoul E's face.
Okay. And it'll just appear, I'm gonna put it right here so that it's not burning your friends.
Thank you. But
And
as a bonus,
3 damage.
and then the creature takes 2d6 fire.
That's what you rolled already though,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
On a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
Oh, so what kind of save does it roll?
Dexterity saving throw.
Dex. That's an 8, so it failed.
Great.
So it did take the damage, take the full
And then
damage.
as a bonus action, I can move it 30 feet
Yep.
onto Ghoul F's face.
Alright, so the sphere rolls around
And if I
air.
ram it, that creature must
sucking in
make,
her gut so she doesn't.
that creature
Eyebrows
must
got a
make
little singed.
the saving throw against the sphere's damage, and the sphere stops moving on them.
Alright, Ghoul F rolled a 12, which I doubt saves against your spell save.
16.
Yeah. So you can roll the damage again, 2d6.
Yay!
That's good. Look at that.
8
8.
damage against Ghoul F. Okay.
It's a good chunk.
Yeah. Still up, but burning, as is part of the jungle right now.
Great.
Not a lot, but a
Just a
little.
little.
Nothing to see here.
Just a little
There's
fire,
gonna be a little collateral
just a little
damage,
thunder, just a little fire.
Yeah, nothing
Everything's
going
fine.
on there.
Everything's
Nothing
fine.
going on
people.
It's fine. I don't
We'll
know
rain
what
eventually.
Thunder, smoke billowing.
you guys are worried about. Air, you're up.
Well, I'm just gonna hack away at this guy. Is he flanked by the fire?
No, no.
13?
13 hits.
Oh, good. Okay, 9 plus 3, 12.
That'll do it. He's falls to the ground, a charred and slashed up corpse.
I would like to then move to the last school
All right,
and attack again.
do it. Flanked.
Oh, I guess I do get my health back.
Probably should take it, just in case you don't complete this long rest. You might want those 11 hit points.
Gosh. There we go. Applied the health. Attacking. 27.
You'll hit.
14 plus 3, 17.
Nice. Well timed.
That's a
Put
serious.
the
whack.
final ghoul down. Pando, I assume you then dismiss the flaming sphere before it starts a legit forest fire.
Uh-huh.
All right, very good. Luckily for you, you completed that combat in before the end of the 3rd round.
Yes, good job, guys.
So you took care of the ghouls quickly. However, you did make a lot of noise
I don't know what you're talking
while you were doing it, and started a fire. So,
Or did the ghouls start a fire?
well, a fire was started. So I'm going to make a minor adjustment to my random table.
We got this,
and-
guys.
Here's what I think, Matt.
Tell me what you think.
You are
You are
either
a
actively, giddily trying to kill us, or you're like benevolently trying to level us up for Yupido, and you're gonna be like,
I don't think it's-
congratulations.
Maybe it's both.
It
Or-
could maybe both.
Or you all repeatedly refuse to accept responsibility for your actions.
No.
Maybe when you boop an undead warrior who hasn't moved for 100 years in a room with 500 of them,
Not all of us booped Potom.
maybe if you
Why are you saying me?
big bad
I
in the
definitely
jungle-
did not beat any warriors. I
And-
believe if you listen to the playback, Potom is going, "Oh God, please no!"
Yeah, Yeah.
I'm like, I think I have to.
I mean, Potom fully needs to own the blame for releasing Upido in the first place.
That's what I mean.
Because it was willful, intentional.
Nothing to do with the weird book.
He did that.
I released all the skeletons though.
Yeah.
I almost stopped her.
So two of your party have released evils on the world in very significant, major ways.
Honestly, my action looks pretty minor compared
Right,
to
air releasing a thunderclap while you're trying to hide from the ancient evil seems less severe than releasing
It's
an
not a-
undead army
it's like a
or an
flare.
ancient spirit.
Yeah, come on, it's not like a flare gun. It's a thunderclap. It's a natural occurrence. There might just be thunder rolling in.
Right. All right.
So, okay, wait.
So-
I have something here. Hold on. I am. Sorry. Oh, I must have just forgot to click it. I still have one. Oh,
We're
I
gonna move
can't
to another
remember.
location.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Sneak 50 feet away and set up camp again. All right, so here's the good
Okay.
news. You have not lost your opportunity for a long rest,
Okay.
just because it was interrupted by these ghouls, because you mopped them up in less than a minute.
Yeah.
And so now you can kind of cool back down, put out the fire, try to get back to your long rest. I certainly will let you move a little bit away, but the commotion definitely changed the random table a little bit. So we're gonna set up for the second and final round of you attempting to get a long rest. I need to know who's keeping watch. It cannot be Air or Potom.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be two people, but Air and Potom, if they want to get any benefit from this long rest, have to be
Okay,
in the
we're
group.
on.
I think it should just be one person. I mean,
Would you?
Okay,
I'm happy to stay awake. I have 21 hit points. I cannot wild shape, and I have very few spells left. So that's what it is.
Would you
If
give
we
me-
engage in a battle.
Would you give me a short rest? Could I sacrifice the long rest
Oh yeah, absolutely.
to just take?
I
a short
have
You
to
could
get
have
long rest
already
to get
had
my
a
rage
short
back.
rest.
Yep. So
Oh.
I
I
long
can't
rest.
get anything.
Like you
from
keeping
short.
watch
keep
could
in
be a
mind,
short.
That's what
if
I'm
shit
saying.
hits the fan, I have nothing left.
No, that's
Nothing
No, no.
but cantrips.
we've solved it.
Okay,
I'm going to take a short rest.
you got it.
Okay.
And everyone else can take a long rest.
Okay. Wait, I thought we still have to keep watch though.
I'm keeping watch.
Air's gonna keep the second watch, and
Okay.
Air, I'm giving Air a short rest.
Okay,
I negotiated him down
Okay, okay.
So Air is gonna forego the long rest
completely.
completely.
Okay.
Everybody else may get a long rest depending on the result of this of this roll.
Okay.
So Air, I need a perception check.
Guidance.
Don't be a jerk. Sorry, I'm yelling at my cats.
12.
All right, a 12.
And
Now,
did you roll the d4 and add that number?
Do I actually?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, then I'm sorry. I didn't think I actually got it. I apologize.
Once before the spell ends, roll a d4 and add the
So
number.
16.
16.
That's a big difference.
12, 16 is much better than 12.
Yeah.
Okay, now, most importantly, which one of you lucky punks is gonna roll the luck roll? It's not gonna be Air.
I mean, I'm
I
happy, to,
rolled it. Didn't I just roll it? Or was that
I think I
Potter?
rolled it.
Uh,
I think I rolled
Okay.
I'm happy to give it a try. I
Go
know
for
it's super
Give it a
random.
little
You should.
All right,
try.
Pando is rolling the luck roll.
Is it just a d20?
Just a straight D20.
No, I got 14. Well,
Yeah, but
well,
it could be like everyone
Ah!
dies.
the problem.
No!
The problem with
No!
the problem with the luck roll is that the higher
Guidance!
the better. Guidance. Matt,
I
God
wish
damn it,
I
man.
wish you could see how close this was.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so it's not actually okay, because I have no other character prepared.
After last session, I'm like, nah, I should come up with a way.
Air,
Okay.
as the rest of your group falls back, curls up in their bedrolls and falls back to sleep.
Everything was peaceful.
The sounds of the jungle return. You an hour passes, another hour passes. It is the deepest part of the night, and you start to feel a little bit of hope that your thunderclap went undetected, and that
It's still smoldering.
that you're gonna make it.
Some embers.
When suddenly
Oh, come on.
Out in the jungle, you hear rustling through the brush that sounds like multiple creatures moving rapidly through the underbrush of the jungle in your direction.
This is sort of beetles that we hear.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice.
Your crickets?
Yeah, our crickets.
It's not.
When you hear the sound of these creatures come through the jungle, what do you do?
I try to get more information about how close they are, what direction they're going. Are they really going to intercept us, or are they just coming close?
Okay.
What?
How would Air go about doing that? It's the middle of the night.
You do have dark vision.
You
have
hear
dark
you
vision.
hear this off in the distance. Okay.
Yeah, can I roll
So
an
it
additional?
just looks like this. It's just Air
No.
squinting.
No,
When you sneak up on
I mean, she's an
shout it
elf. She's
out.
got big ears. She's an elf. I think she can hear things.
Here's what I'm really asking. Are you just staying put here in the campsite, or are you moving out
I am
to try to
moving-
investigate?
I'm moving out to investigate and covertly.
Got it. Then roll a stealth check for me.
I forgot that I actually have disadvantage on stealth checks.
Oh, excellent. And I look forward to
Okay, well,
this.
it can't be worse than that.
Okay. Clink, clink, clank, clank. You march stealthily out
It
into
was-
the jungle.
It was
Taking
the,
stealth
It's like
lessons
nibs.
from early Freya.
it's it was kind of this. It was kind of the trade-off I made when I put on the
armor, yeah.
the half plate or whatever.
Yeah.
Because the half plate's so good.
Okay.
But I have the Displacer Beast hide cloak.
Yes, so it's very squishy.
It muffles. It muffles.
muffles
Yeah,
your
it does
smell.
muffle. Well, it turns out really good for you because I just rolled a 5 on the perception check. So as you approach, with your dark vision, you peer through the canopy or through the underbrush,
Elfie senses.
and you see a group of about a dozen villagers fleeing,
Oh, okay.
fleeing past you away from the village.
Okay.
They clearly do not have dark vision.
Civilians, whatever.
They're civilians, kids, parents, randoms. There looks to be like one warrior in the mix who's trying to like shepherd them together. But it looks like they're just fleeing from the village as quickly as they can, trying to stay together. They do not see you, and you don't believe that they're going to encounter your campsite.
Okay, well, I just clank back to the campsite.
About an hour later,
Oh, wait, what? There's another encounter?
about an hour later in the march,
I think you're cheating now.
you hear off in the same direction and moving the same direction as the fleeing villagers. You hear a synchronized, repeated sort of crunching. It sounds like a large number of booted feet marching in step. Once again, they're not coming towards you, but they are heading in the direction that those villagers just fled. They're pursuing. It's clear they're pursuing the villagers.
I give them plenty of berth.
Okay. They pass your campsite far off without detecting you. And everyone except Air completes a long rest
Holy
successfully
smokes.
as the sun starts to rise in the distance.
Air, thank you.
You bet.
You were literally one number
I
off
was gonna ask if you were
on
willing to
that
tell us.
roll. 10 to 13 was Upito just rolls right up on you.
Oh my god.
Like just appears floating above your campsite.
Hi, guys.
I would have left.
I know, we would
I'm
have.
out.
No, it would have been time to
I would have gone
go.
in my car. I would have left.
So that's what I told Alex, actually, before. I'm like, if we don't get a long rest, we should just run.
Oh, 1,000%. Yes.
Well, I still think we should run, honestly. That's just me.
No, we gotta fight.
As the DM, I don't share any opinions about that. But all
Air's-
opinions are valid, especially yours.
I just want to make sure it's clear that Air is willing to cut ties and at any
Okay.
moment.
Okay.
Hey, it's been nice knowing y'all.
Anyway, well, if everyone's down on the ground, what's Air gonna do? Nothing.
All right. You you awaken, largely recovered. It was a restless night and one with a number of disturbances, but with
So many bad dreams.
with your rests, it's the start of your day. What's the plan?
How long
I had a
has
rough
it been
night.
since you saw the undead marching?
Many
Maybe 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours.
It was late. It was early. It was almost morning.
Let's just go kind
Can you
of,
tell us about that army?
What's that?
Does Air tell us about?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
definitely.
I don't see why not. Here tells you guys about the happenings, about the villagers fleeing.
can we just kind of go and investigate and try to see if, if it looks like it was, 100 skeletons, or if it looks like it was a smaller number of skeletons that trampled through the grass, just
I'm
kind of
curious if it's
investigate a little bit.
everything we saw, or if it's like just a chunk of them.
Yeah.
Sort of investigate the village
Fair.
a little.
Y'all can
edge
go-
of
All right. So you head off. Does the whole party sticking together?
Yeah.
I guess I'll tell you one thing though. Air is doesn't care.
Air's just willing
Air's
to
getting a
let
little
you,
panicky.
Air don't care.
Yeah, Air don't care.
There's our first campaign T-shirt.
Yeah.
Air don't care.
All right, you as a party, you head out into the jungle in the direction of what Air saw or heard last night. And after about a 30-minute walk out into the jungle, you come across a strip of jungle that is beat down. It's a brand new bushwhacked trail through the jungle. And anybody who wants can make a survival check to try to get an estimate of the size of the group. I think survival is the right check
Can
there.
multiple people do that or no?
I did one. 16?
Guidance.
Oh,
And if you
what does
are-
that mean?
That
Roll a
means-
d4 and add it.
Yeah.
Okay. $17.
Okay, yeah, still good. Yeah, I think, Frey, you're not able to get like an exact number by any means, but you're very confident that unless they were marching in a very strange formation, this is not anywhere near the entire army that you saw. This is probably more like a squad. Your best guess would be 20, 25.
Okay. What about in the village? Do we see any other signs of,
Gonna return to the village?
oh,
Yep.
oh, that's where I thought we kind of were going. Yeah, what do you guys think?
Yep, back to the village.
Okay. You return to the village. Somebody as you approach, make a perception check, and I also want a group stealth check because I assume you're not just like moseying into the village.
I'll do perception and guidance on myself.
By group stealth, I mean we all do stealth.
Yeah, so for group stealth check, everybody's gonna roll stealth, and we're gonna see what the total
25 perception.
25 perception is great. All right, so on stealth, we've got one fail for Freya, one success for Potom,
One fail for Air.
one fail for Air, and a fail for Pando.
Uh-oh.
So that's a group fail.
But I
So,
saw it coming.
yes. So the good news is, from pretty far out, Pando, you spot that the village is flattened. It's gone. There is not a single building standing. There's smoldering embers. There's smoke rising gently off the ground.
What
But
about the
You would speed.
what?
what about the cook pot?
The cook pot is tipped on its side, but it still looks fine. It looks like it's in good shape still.
Grab it.
But you see no sign of the skeletal army. You do see similar beaten down trails through the jungle, leaving in a few different directions, including the one that you're on. That's the good news with your excellent perception check.
So the army split and went multiple ways.
Like, can we see how many different ways?
Oh, well, before you can do any deep analysis
Okay.
of the situation,
By the
Soil
way,
testing.
not only do you have a good perception check and see all this stuff, but you are spotted. And by spotted, I mean descending from above the canopy over your heads as you stand about 200 yards outside the village, peering down. You hear the gentle clink of chains as descending from the sky above you, Eupito floats in your direction. Her long, sort of wispy train of chains expressed in all directions, behind and over. Yeah, if you need to refill your drink.
I was just gonna say, hey, Eupito,
Time
what's
to
up?
do it.
I see you, Spectre. I see you, Spectre.
This is the day we die.
I know, I said that.
I don't see a way we can survive this, but it's gonna be a fun fight.
I think so.
I mean, for real. We're talking like a god. She could boot us out of existence.
Well,
God level,
She's-
in my head.
she's not a god. She is a being that's been alive for undead, perhaps for over 100 years.
And has the power to bring back dead,
She definitely raises people
which is
from the dead
unnatural.
and
Hannah
enslave.
finds it smelly.
Oh yeah, you deeply dislike it as a druid.
Yeah, I hate it.
And she did at one point lead a war against the entire Minotaur nation.
Exactly.
So, is she a goddess? No,
She's powerful.
She's powerful.
She's powerful.
Supernatural.
She's
Yes.
Or
powerful.
something, yeah.
she is.
Eupito.
So you're welcome to jump back into the maps feature,
Never left.
and as Eupito descends in front of you, she looks at all of you, and her face is not extremely expressive. She's not skeletal. I think, as we've described her before, she's
Spectral.
a little spectral. She's quite striking. She's a beautiful human woman, but in a creepy way.
Like a bit like Zool.
Yeah, she got Zool vibes for sure. Yeah, yeah. So she's drifting about 15 feet in the air above you, and she kind of looks across all of you and says, "It would have been wiser to flee,
I suppose.
but this does save time."
Air tips her hat and ducks out. No.
I need to shut the hell up.
What?
I said it would have been wiser to shut the hell up.
Oh, okay.
Wow, feisty rock.
Yeah. All right, the feisty rock, the South Pole elf starts yelling insults at Eupito, and she's going to make one more offer. In the end, all the world will unite behind me to defeat the hunger. You are obviously capable. Should you prefer to join me under your own power, I extend that option one final time.
I think
It's
Air.
not the worst offer. I mean, thanks for offering, honestly. Thanks for offering.
How much can I think about it? Can I sleep on this? I think Air needs to consult her box. Is
Oh,
the box
interesting.
is the box reacting in any way? Is it because she's looking?
Um,
She's so out of her element. I feel like
Sure.
she's looking for some guidance that
That's not
Okay.
the worst.
yeah.
So here's my question. Air reaches down and places her hand on the box.
Yeah, and she has some obviously
How
some.
how directly do you consult the box? tracks. So
Directly.
like,
As opposed to
okay, well, so like, do you recall in one of our first sessions
right.
when you were when you all were about to be TPK'd by rats?
Oh, I remember.
That was
I
amazing.
remember all my TBKs.
There was a moment where suddenly Air received a burst of strength.
Yeah.
There was a conversation that happened in your mind. You accepted a bargain,
right.
and then you slayed a bunch of rats real fast.
Yeah, I don't think she's asking for intervention. At least, well, maybe not now. I think she's asking I think she's looking for an indication. You're right. Maybe not as directly as that.
So
So
I guess what I'm saying is, are you touching the box and like asking a question, or like literally framing a question in your mind, or are you touching the box and like just expressing your confusion and anxiety about the situation?
but if she doesn't get an answer that is helpful to her, then maybe she would explore a more direct route.
Okay. So when you place your hand on the box and this kind of push this feeling towards it
Yeah.
of tension, I think there's a gentle pulse that comes from the box and seems to extend out from the box in all directions. It's not visible, but you feel it. And about a half a second later, Yupito's eyes turn and lock directly on you.
This was not helpful at all, actually.
You're like,
And she doesn't quite smile, but there's like a quirk to the corner of her mouth, and she doesn't say anything. But you sort of hear her not mumble to herself, but sort of speak under her breath to herself. Yes, quite capable. And the box after this pulse starts to shake. Now you've had the box kind of like vibrate before, like in eagerness to get paid. You've had
Or
the
like a
box
cat's purr.
kind of hum angrily at you when it's dissatisfied, if it hasn't been fed in a while. This feels a little more like like if you were holding a small kitten that's just been scared by thunder. The box is
Concerned.
it feels like it's afraid.
It's a primal fear, sort of
It's
like.
that's the impression you get.
Okay.
Is the box is
Not happy.
not excited about this situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
The box is scared. That's the vibe.
Jeez.
I'm just gonna check in with Asmund Kimba here, see if he's around. Just
Oh,
kind
he's
of-
around.
Oh.
The moment that she descended,
Oh, yeah, I know.
Asmund Kimba was roaring
Like-
in your mind.
Yes.
The problem with Asmund
Ready.
Kimba is that he doesn't mind. As long as he doesn't
He just
care
wants
if
to
you die.
fight.
He
He just wants to fight.
is so eager for what's about to go down.
He's like you've died. Even if you die, you'd be like you died.
Daughter of my blood, this is the glorious confrontation that we have sought.
Yeah, this is all what life has been.
It is your entire life has built to this moment. Step forward and destroy the vile creature. Strike her down with all the might of your ancestry at your side.
I mean, that's what Freya's soul's told her to do anyway. So,
Yeah, he wants to scrap. He's ready.
Yeah, I wonder. Oh man, I wonder if Air really, if her as a character would want to flee.
please.
But
Or
it would-
join.
But it would f up this whole D&D group.
Well, I mean, as someone who just said you don't have a backup character written, I'm gonna nudge against you just abandoning the group in your first confrontation with the big bad. But that doesn't mean that Air wouldn't have a weak moment and start running away. Like if you really think Air might react that way, that's not the same as abandoning the group and quitting the campaign.
No, I don't know.
I'm gonna top
Fight it.
off my drink while
Let's just-
while this pregnant pause hangs in the
I don't
air.
know. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm trying to like rationalize it in some way. I wonder if Air, this is a moment where she like pushes she's like a moment of character development, a moment of strength where she pushes away the feelings of the box.
Oh, I hate that. I like character development.
and now she looks to her comrades, and maybe this is the first time in a while where she feels some kind of loyalty
Air.
Looks towards Panda. She's
outside
like,
of the outside of the need for
And Freya's
for
like-
money. Yeah, and then she's like,
There's cold tendrils blasting out of Freya's nostrils right now. She's like, we can do this.
yeah, and then she has this
Matt.
moment where she's like, oh my gosh,
I know that I can't fly, right?
I don't think so. I don't think you can become flying.
But if I attune to the raven, can I still? Because that's
Can you defy gravity?
kind of it's a,
Fun fact about the raven,
yeah.
attunement takes time.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
So,
Okay, never mind.
however, if you recall, last time, the moment you touched the raven, which is a very unique magic item.
Yes,
The moment you touched the raven, it challenged you,
right,
and you had to make a saving throw.
right,
And once you succeeded in that saving throw, you immediately attuned
right.
to the raven. Now, the consequences of failing that saving throw are unknown.
Right.
But having now unattuned, it is possible that you could attune instantly through that same process. But I won't tell you there's not a risk associated with that, should you choose.
So I die trying to attune to a raven, or I die trying to fight you, Fido.
Yeah,
We're holding.
there's all kinds of
Freya's
risk,
holding.
all kind of risk reward here.
Air looks to the rest of her group and is like, I've stolen over 60 platinum. this moment of honesty.
You're like confessional.
Air,
Like, if we don't live through this,
I forgive you, Air. I forgive you.
I feel like Autumn looks at Air and goes, I know.
I know. It's the Han Solo.
We suspected Air, and
I've always known.
we've always known Air.
But in this moment of us standing and just having a little huddle,
I've stolen countless amounts of platinum and gold from the party. We know, Air. We know.
Air. We know.
Panda does a
We
little
just
like
single-
shoulder
A
pat.
single
We can't.
tear.
Pando thought for a while that you were donating it to Tabaxis, but I always knew that you weren't.
That's so on brand. So with you, Peter, kind of hovering over us.
Also, I think Alex just said this, but I truly, in my mind's eye now, all I can see is that like you guys went, give us a second, and then like arms
Yes.
around each other, huddled up in a circle, and
Oh,
like
we're-
whispering to each other while she
And
hovers
then I
there.
keep looking
These-
back. I'm like,
these-
just a second,
these
just
tender
a second,
moments.
Spectre.
Right?
Just a
There's
second,
like
Spectre.
confessionals.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
camera
like,
is
rage.
the camera's
Oh, yeah.
panning around from inside
We're all
the circle.
leaning in.
Like,
From one
I'm
face
just,
to another.
my confession is, I'm just glad you guys realize that I can hear my ancestors. It's not-
You are not crazy, Freya.
Well, I might be a little bit.
Uh,
It's okay. It's my ancestor. He's really here, guys. Okay, he can help too. He's gonna help us here.
And then
and
and she's like, should I try to attune to the raven and peck her eyeballs out? Like, I don't know what this raven will do, but it's like,
You follow your heart.
Yes,
I
definitely.
think you've had a long rest. Let's just all be at full strength in our full battle.
um,
I think just button on Air's experience. Maybe after it seems clear that she's gonna stick around with the group, the box goes silent.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Maybe there's a moment where it's like maybe the
And,
box
and
is
can
like
we all just be like, can we just acknowledge the
Maybe
box
Air
right
sticks
now?
one more gold piece in the box. Like, shh.
I think that Air should.
I have some jewels.
I
I've been
think
planning
that
to
Air
figure out.
should stick the gold piece into the box in
Yeah.
front of all of us.
and then Panda's like, what's in the box?
Air, just what's in the box? Is that where you've been putting all our money? We'll have to talk about this. Gamblers Anonymous.
Oh my God.
What do we have to do here?
I have nothing prepared for how to explain this.
No, it's okay. You know what? I heard something about like wizards and some higher power. Do you have like some? Do you owe your powers to somebody? Did you sell out? Are you there? Like, is that something that's happening?
We'll have to wait
Okay.
until after the battle. I think.
Or find
So
out
we're
after
all
we're
huddled
dead.
up, confessions, ideas.
I almost
in
want.
Autumn's moment, of being in the huddle, listening to all of this, he kind of gathers everyone's attention for a moment and goes, "Fight, and we may die.
Oh,
Run, and we'll live, at least a while. And dying in our beds many years from now, would you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that
Yes.
for one chance? Just one chance to come back here and tell Yapido that she may take our lives, but that she'll never take our freedom."
Oh, as your hair dyed blue?
What's the opposite of inspiration? Take disadvantage on your next roll.
Deflation.
5 points of psychic damage to you.
Yeah,
Uninspiration.
yeah, oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind. Well, Freya,
All right,
you know,
I think at this point you hear a gentle throat clearing from 15 feet above you.
I feel like Pando, who is so in tune with like nature and the wild, who is coming up against like the anti-nature, like the unnatural,
Yeah.
like that there should be some kind of buff or some kind of like way she could like
I also want to.
tune she could like tune into nature. I mean, this is like the ultimate betrayal of nature.
DM,
right?
we would all like an anime protagonist style power up.
Yes.
Please. All of us would like to unlock Super Saiyan.
all
right
I
now.
would like to say is Deus Ex Machina.
I
All
I like how I've won this battle before it starts. You've all decided. It's like you're all at one hit point, standing among the ruins of your friends, and this battle hasn't even begun.
I thought this.
Where's the wound?
Cloak.
Is it close?
What do we
No,
have to do
Freya
with this
is ready to
supposed
fight.
cloak?
Freya is ready to fight,
All right,
and she feels confident.
Yupido is quickly losing patience with.
Just
uh,
hold
her
on,
offer.
Spectre. Excuse me, Spectre. You owe this at least. I mean, we did.
Give us a minute.
He owes us.
You owe us.
Because we let
You
you
owe
out.
us. We did unleash you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You are welcome.
Ray, get out of the way. We'd like to shoot the painting now.
I'd just be like, Freya just kind of wants to just ask her too. I mean, we're sort of at this little standoff here. I'm like, you know, Yupido, what's your end game? Really? Like, what are you really trying to do? You want us to join you, but, you know, make a sale.
Make a sale.
Give me a pitch.
Tell us.
I mean, you know, it's the-
Yeah,
you know.
tell us what you're doing.
Yeah, what are your health benefits?
Yeah.
She's very vague on this ultimate thing that she's trying to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Bottom shots shields up.
Negotiate with their union rep.
I'm bringing in my union rep.
Union rep.
Yeah.
All right. Just gonna
Adventurers Union.
reset this. So yeah, so if you're gonna ask her about like what does she want from you if you join her,
Sure.
Why not, right?
Yeah, why not?
What do we have to lose?
she'll tell you.
Yeah.
Very well. First, you should understand. The mission is simple, and it is the most important in the history of Tellus. A great evil is rising in our world, and I am the one who is destined to crush it and save all of us. I have known this since it was shown to me in a vision almost 200 years nigh. Demons rise from the pit, and they are already infiltrating the entire world. Governments, armies,
The lizard people.
I don't actually disagree with
they are spreading across the land. And before they finish their insidious grip on this world, I need to gather all the power required to wipe them from the land.
Yeah, what I don't get about that, I'm just gonna say, you just kill a lot of people in the process.
Right.
So like,
It
I
is
don't
a,
necessarily disagree with you.
is-
We've
Make
seen
an
some
omelet,
weird
you gotta put
stuff.
some eggs.
it is an
Yeah.
essential sacrifice. I am joining their efforts to mine. Every link in the chains that you see here, it's a soul that has been added to the fight against the demons.
Demons are bad.
If
They are pretty
you,
bad.
all those links in the chain were those who were too cowardly or unbelievers and unwilling to join the fight. And so I made the choice for them. Should you make the choice to join the fight, I will not add your souls to these chains until the time of your natural death, at which point the fight will continue until it is over. However,
It's the lesser
you
of two
must
evils.
serve in the meantime.
Just
That's
because we have a
Sith
common enemy,
mentality.
Okay,
just because we have a common enemy doesn't mean that we're friends.
What if we just let them?
I have a
What-
I mean, I think we're fighting both of them.
What, Potom?
I have a side question. Being that Potom is from Summerwind, and there happened to have been a campaign on that side of the world dealing with the
Potom's never heard the phrase "the hunger."
what's that?
Potom has never heard of the hunger.
Oh, okay.
He departed that continent long before the cult started to emerge.
I mean, I don't like them either. You, Peter, I'm gonna be straight with you. I don't like them either.
Yeah.
We don't like
But we
them at all.
can't kill innocent people.
But we can't.
We could recruit people. If you stopped killing innocent people, we could recruit living, willing people.
We could be like Mormon missionaries or something.
Right, but less creepy.
I have a short sleeve button down I could wear.
On a bicycle?
Yeah.
On a bicycle?
Yeah.
So, just a question. Your mission now is different than your mission before, when the Minotaurs enslaved you?
The Minotaurs never enslaved me.
I'm sorry, not enslaved. Wrong term.
Imprisoned.
Imprisoned you.
Sure.
She's all about semantics. She's
I've technically
No.
enslaved, and
Never enslaved.
she's really
Never
more of
enslaved.
an imprisonment.
I know I wear chains, but I'm not.
No, she says, sort of stone-faced says, the mission has never changed, but the enemy has advanced. If I had not been imprisoned and my mission delayed for 100 years, perhaps I would have stopped the demons from entering this world in the first place, as I was given my vision before this catastrophe arrived. But instead, the fools in the Synod locked me away, denying the reality of what I had been shown. And now, though it is not too late to stop them, it is too late for any other solution but mine. I am the final solution.
What is your solution?
Trademark.
So you need probably our PR firm solution.
Trademark final solution.
The solution is simple. I must gather enough power to confront these demons face to face when they finally rise.
Pando kind of raises her hand. She's like, but I saw you with like the Lich dude. So
The Lich dude.
yeah, it
Yeah,
was
what
like
was that
Explain.
guy?
I just went
Yeah,
back
what
and
was that
looked.
demon guy? His name,
they were connected. Yupito's powers seem connected in some way to the Lich Vecna.
Vecna.
So you're all like demons bad, get rid of them.
But you're chilling with Vecna?
Right. So who are you taking orders from? And how do you know that they're not connected to these demons in the first place? Like, we're just trying to gauge here, like, who is the good guy? We're listening, but you have to do some explaining.
Yeah, we don't like those guys either. But your methods.
Your questions are naive and ill-informed.
Yeah.
Inform us.
She's trying. Okay. Vecna has been dead for centuries. I serve no one, just the mission. My power has been gathered from many sources. If its roots come from this Vecna, no matter. I grab the tools that I need to complete the job.
What's your next step in completing the job?
In theory, if we're with you, what are we doing?
If you decide to serve, your first task will be to eliminate the Synarch.
I mean, I can get on board with that. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of.
Their leadership must be assassinated, their organization and institutions dismantled.
Are they the ones who attacked all the safe houses? I'm sorry, there's just been so
No.
many.
No, the Synarch is the matriarchal
the,
ruling
the
party of the
Minotaurs.
Minotaurs.
They're the ones that put the
They
track.
put things
They
on
put the
us.
tracker on us.
They put the tracker on you after you confess to the worst crime in a century.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I do that.
The Minotaurs are my first, are our first obstacle in this mission. From there, we move across the rest of the mainland. Then we eliminate the upstart empire before moving across the continent to confront our true enemy,
Who is the true enemy?
the Hunger.
Hunger.
I don't like the
Should you choose to
vampires.
serve me, you will serve first as infiltrators, and as you grow in strength, you will serve as my vanguard, marching at the tip of the spear and eliminating all who stand before us.
Yeah.
What if we double cross
Yeah, we
her?
can't do that.
No, I can't kill innocent people along the way.
What if we say we will?
If you don't, hang on 1 second. We just need to have a little
We gotta talk.
up here.
Time!
No, I think not. I grow tired of this,
Hey,
and time as ever is of the essence.
we offer a significant benefit to you.
That
Who are we to
benefit,
join?
you may benefit me as a link in the chain. Roll initiative.
Got it.
Okay.
I was so close. I was so
I
close
know,
to
I
joining. Never
know.
was.
19.
I'm low. Yes, 3.
11.
Okay,
God damn it. You know what I wish they had in D&D? Health bars. So we could
Yeah.
like,
Actually, I didn't want low, I wanted high.
Pando, is it really true that you only have 25 hit points?
No, that can't be right.
that's,
Oh,
That's just what you have.
Something's wrong.
No.
you haven't added. I feel like you haven't added. You're
I-
level 6. That can be.
Every time you
That's not
gained
possible.
levels, you should have been gaining hit points.
I mean, I thought I was adding everything. We even sorted out that manual
Yeah,
hit point issue.
something is definitely
This
not.
is also why I was like,
Right.
need long rest.
Yeah, because like your average party member right now has, what do you guys have? 51, 46.
I have 78.
It might
I
be-
mean, I've been doing,
I have +3 con though, so but yeah.
I've been doing the XP and everything.
Yeah, let's see.
I mean, if you want to retcon, you just give like the average, like the without the roll.
You have 20 as your rolled HP, which,
Doesn't make sense.
I mean, I guess your con modifier is only +1. That means you would have rolled,
But at least 6 then. So she would have started with.
you've rolled 5
She would have started with 7
hit dice.
health.
Well, that's average, actually.
Really? She would have started with 7, right? Just because she would have been full hit dice +1 con,
Well, I mean,
which isn't it a D6 or a D8 even?
I guess average would have been 31. I'm gonna adjust you because I feel like we must have missed a single roll or something. I'm gonna adjust you to the
Okay.
to the average.
And it could have happened when like if I missed a time that we leveled up and they had, like I had to, I'm not sure.
Well,
Should I
I've
refresh
got you
my
at,
page?
yeah, refresh your page. I've got you at 35 now.
Okay.
Okay. Eupedo, the Lady of Chains, descends upon you to put an end to this annoyance and reclaim
Yippee,
her
yacky,
stolen treasure. Pando, you're up first.
Okay. I really wanted to try this one. I'm going to moonbeam her.
Ooh, that sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, a silvery beam of pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder, centered on a point within range, which is 120 feet. So I think she's in range. When a creature enters the spell for the first time, it is engulfed in ghostly flames, causing searing pain, and it must make a Constitution saving throw. It takes 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
Okay.
A shape changer makes
What
it
kind of save?
Constitution saving.
Okay,
She's not a shape changer, right?
she is not.
Okay.
Her Constitution save is an 11.
She needs a 16.
Okay. Then Moonbeam takes full effect. What is said effect?
15.
15 points of radiant damage.
Moonbeam damage?
Moonbeam damage.
Engulfed in, I'm so sorry, where does it tell me what kind of damage?
It's radiant.
How can you tell?
I'm just looking at this symbol here.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. She gets advantage on this saving throw. Let me roll one more time.
Okay.
12.
Nope,
All right. Then she'll take, how much? 15 damage you said?
15.
All right.
Doesn't it sound like it looks cool?
It does sound like it looks cool. And it does look cool as blazing down suddenly in the, from the early morning sky in this, under the canopy of the jungle here, a beam of moonlight strikes Eupedo and seems to ignite her skin. And she does recoil a bit as if in pain as she takes 15 points of radiant damage.
You'd think that should be like,
Oh, our people
it'd be
are-
super effective. Radiant versus like this undead.
Yeah. You think a lot of things.
We're not loaded into the map.
I'm there.
I
You're not
can
in
see
you're on
you.
the very edge,
Oh,
way on the left.
okay, got it.
All right, that's Pando. Next up is Eupedo, the Lady of Chains.
The full title.
Yeah, she
Protector of the Realm, whatever.
she sort of
She has at least, like,
gestures
5 titles.
gently, her arms out to the side like a conductor, and the chains of her train form into 4 sort of woven braids of chain arrayed out, 1 to her left, 1 to her right, and 2 out at angles from her back. And they start to glow with a deep sort of emerald green energy.
Oh, crap.
And she looks at the 4 of you and says, "Your response is disappointing.
Yeah, I thought.
But I have, for so many decades, been disappointed again and again. No one, not my adopted family, not my adopted nation, no one could see what I can see. No one trusted the vision I was given. No one believes that the world must be saved. But I no longer require your belief, only your souls." And at this, a blast of necrotic energy flies out of those 4 chains.
Is this a spell?
And you see behind Eupedo, mounds of earth burst up, and rising from the ground, out of the jungle, are 4 large skeletons, heads capped with long horns on either side, as 4 skeletal minotaurs dig their way out of the earth and stand to attention, tearing huge limbs off of nearby trees, and they start marching forward. Air, you're up.
Here.
Is it a spell that you just did? Or is this like ability?
No, it's an ability.
No counter spell option? Bullshit. Okay. Air is going to take a defensive measure here.
Okay.
She's going to mirror image. Cast that. And then she's also going to, as a bonus action, use her curse, Hexblade's curse,
Okay.
against none other than Yukito.
Got it. Explade's curse. There's no save or anything for that, right? It just happens.
It just happens, yeah. No save.
Okay.
And then she will move.
What was your first spell, Thomas?
What, buddy?
What was your first spell?
He cast
Mirror-
a mirror image.
Funny.
Apparently, the displacer beast hides are not
Right.
not up to snuff. Air will move here-ish.
Here-ish.
Sure.
Something like that.
Sound tactics. All right, Potom, you're up.
Bottom, seeing 3 duplicates of air appear, goes, "Oh, that's a great idea," and also casts mirror image.
Okay. What a copycat. Get it? 'Cause he-
Right.
Boop boop boop, and Bottom will move
Here-ish.
here-ish.
Okay. Very good. Next up is Freya.
So my question is, to enter a glorious frenzy, do I first have to rage as a bonus action, wait till my next turn to enter a glorious frenzy?
Remind me what a glorious frenzy is.
So a glorious frenzy is to expend 12 charges on Kimba's Talon, and as a bonus action, I enter an elevated state of rage in concert with the spirits of Kimba and his Talon.
I like this.
So the power of your sword does not consume one of your rages. It acts as if you had raged. So it's automatic. You do not have to rage first. It
So I can
places
use
you into a
glorious,
rage.
so, oh, it places me into a rage.
Yeah, so that glorious
I
frenzy
am
places
going
you into
to
a rage.
glorious frenzy
Can I offer you
rage.
one piece of above the table advice first?
Yeah, let's do that.
Currently, your enemy is floating 15 feet above the ground.
Oh, I was wondering about that. Well,
So right now, any of you who are melee fighters cannot reach her.
yeah,
you.
but hold up. Hold on.
Right now it says physics, so we might need to consult some magic-y powers,
Yeah, I gotta read.
or come up with an alternative. Get a rope around that girl or something.
I gotta read.
I am going to, let me
Fly.
see here. 120 feet.
Wow, I have
Um,
just one short of anything useful. If I was one more spell level higher, I could have taken someone along with me and we could have flown around.
Oh. Well, I mean,
Well,
at
that's
least
too bad.
you've
I
got
didn't
the-
realize she was still in the air. I thought when she went like this, she was down on the ground.
No, she's just hovering
You know what
15
then?
feet
You
above
know,
you.
well, you know what Freya's gonna do? She's gonna use one of her actions to take the potion that she has. I have no idea what it is, but I'm taking it.
That you take a potion as a bonus action because
that'll
I am
be
a
my bonus
benevolent
action.
DM.
I honestly should just be the rule. That's like my big disagreement about the rule, whatever. It's a whole
It
second.
just makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So,
Yeah, might as well. I mean, there is a sunken bubble in there. Maybe I can make her sink. I don't know.
uh,
We're gonna see what happens, guys.
it's like
Chaos reigns.
Freya slugs down this potion.
Guys, I'm taking this. Glug, glug, glug.
You like
Like,
remind me and you just like roll like
Yeah.
It is a little weird because as you open the vial, the potion itself starts to float up out. Like you're an astronaut and it's orange juice. You have to kind of chase it down. And swallowing it is
It's
challenging.
floating tang.
Yeah.
But as soon as you do, you feel light on your feet and you gain a flying speed.
I had a feeling that's what it was. I was really hoping.
Your flying speed is equal to your walking speed.
Wow,
You
yeah.
can hover, and this potion lasts for 1 hour.
Okay, I'm gonna fly up to Yupido. And I am going to Glorious Frenzy.
I like it. All right, please read for the class the description
Glorious
of
Frenzy
Glorious Frenzy.
So Glorious Frenzy is as a bonus action. Whoa, it's a bonus action though.
Well, that's
You're
all
saying
right. Then
it's fine.
you took your potion. Well,
Okay, took my potion as an
Well,
action.
can't you always like?
I
Downgrade?
allow you to downgrade.
Oh, is that not a rule?
Technically,
That's
by
right.
the rules, you're not supposed to be able to do that.
Okay,
But the challenge is that because you took the potion, that's one of your consumable actions.
yeah,
And if you use your other to activate this, then you don't have the combat action. You don't have the
no,
attack.
well, I do have one more because I use this as my bonus action. I take one action as my, I have 2 hits, which is one action.
But
Got it.
anyway, read the description.
So as a bonus action, enter an elevated state of rage in concert with the spirits of Kimba and his Talon. This rage does not diminish until combat ends. Your movement speed is doubled. You gain an additional action each turn.
There it is.
You gain 5 temporary hit points at the start of each turn.
Oh, at the start of every turn.
At the start of every turn, and I deal an additional 2d4 psychic damage on every successful hit.
Nice.
Wow.
Upon leaving the rage, the wielder is incapacitated for 1 minute.
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
It's
Either I'll
it's
be
a
dead or incapacitated
monstrous
for-
power.
It is
Very
monstrous.
But it
It is.
requires burning every single charge in that.
Yeah,
item.
that's why I wasn't burning any charges on, because I can do lesser things with the charges, but I didn't want to burn any of them until we saw Yukido.
All right.
Okay.
Well, so what's great about this is not only is movement speed doubled, but you get an extra action, which means you can still move and attack this turn.
Okay, I'm gonna,
Oh,
I'm
and
gonna
because your
whack,
movement speed is doubled and your flying speed is equal to your walking speed, that means your flying speed is 60.
You charge
Which means that you can rush her
Yeah.
I'm
and
gonna
do
rush
that
her.
little neat thing that you can do when you rush.
Well, yeah, I can, so 22, does that hit?
22 does hit.
So I rushed her, but no, because that's actually, the charge is a bonus action, I've already used that.
Yeah. I mean,
This
you
turn.
you can do 2 attacks, and so
Okay, I can do 2 attacks, I just can't do my bonus charge action at this point. Okay,
but I'm
22
gonna move
hits.
you up by her.
Oh, okay, thanks. And then 13 plus 3, because I get a +1 attack for Kimba's
Ooh.
Talon, I get a +2 for melee, so it's 16
Nice.
for melee attack while raging.
So a note about this power. The rest of you, so you hear Kimba's voice in your mind loudly. He's just roaring a battle cry as you charge forward.
And you guys are all like, dude, 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 what the hell is going on?
But the rest of you see Freya first rise up into the air, and then you see a bright golden glow exude from her sword and spread out across her body. And as she flies forward like a golden glowing arrow towards Yupido, you see over the top of her the outline of a larger sort of ghostly dragonborn warrior that doesn't quite look like her. He looks noble
That's
and
cool.
powerful, but he's Asmund
together,
Kimba has superimposed
clean.
himself over.
And by the way,
Handsome.
he speaks Minotaur too.
He does. He loves speaking
He
Minotaur.
loves to speak Minotaur.
All right. Well, so
Okay.
that's one
That's
strike.
one-
You've got another.
16, that was one whack of a 16. Come on. 14.
As you swing your sword back, one of those braided chains whips back around and slaps your sword back out of the way.
Oh, I forgot to do the psychic damage
Oh yeah, do the
too.
second thing.
What was it again? 2d4?
2C4, yeah.
Yeah, 2d4.
It's a good chunk of change.
So how do I do an extra? Oh, that's 1d4. I'll do it just twice. Oh, Oh, that's how I did 2, 3. No, go back. Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, no. Not, there we go. One more time. Okay, so 4 extra, so 20 points of damage.
Nice.
Nice.
That's big. All right.
Can I ask
yeah.
a question? Because Yupido tried to attack back, right?
No,
The chain?
no.
It wasn't a
She just
retreat.
missed. And
Yeah.
so I was
Okay.
just narrating a block.
The
Yeah,
question
yeah.
I guess still remains though, am I allowed to use Sentinel like if she had attacked Freya? Or do I have to be
You
within
have
5
to be
feet?
within 5 feet
Okay,
of,
thank you.
of Freya. in that
Not
case.
Freya within 5 feet of the attacking
Correct.
move, okay.
Yeah, you've got to be close to the person who's being attacked.
But I wouldn't. So sorry, just getting clarifying. So like, let's say Yupita attacks Freya from a distance, but I'm right next to Freya, then I can use the Sentinel. Or does
Yes, but
Yupita need to
Sentinel lets you do
be melee?
a melee attack.
So
they
I have to be close to both.
Close to both.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, finally, these skeletal minotaurs start to move forward. Where's my ruler?
Up on the side.
Got
The
it.
summoning sickness is worn off.
That's right.
I saw you skip past them all, and I was like, "Oh, that must be." Oh, you move them all as a group.
Yeah, isn't that cool? They just added that feature to the maps.
That is very cool.
All right, so they move forward. That was only 40 feet though, so they're gonna move forward again as they dash.
God, are they really that big?
Yeah, minotaurs are big. Minotaurs are large creatures.
Really? Have they always been large creatures?
They are large.
They're bigger than Freya.
Yeah. All right, and that brings us to the top of the order. Pando, your turn.
So it says with mine.
Oh, sorry.
Oops.
What I meant to say was,
You're all dead.
Yupido is going to use a legendary action.
No.
For those that are newer to D&D, legendary actions are features of some more elite or legendary monsters. Legendary actions are something that a monster can use once per round. Some monsters have multiple legendary actions, but they can be used at times that are not their turn. So they can be used in between other people's turns. But they can only do them one time each round, or
Okay.
per legendary action that they have. Yupido is going to use one here at the end of the round
Okay.
to execute a move with her chains. So her chains slam into the ground 30 feet behind her, and they yank her back out of the moonbeam and away from Freya. This does not create an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Now, it is Pando's
I
turn.
have one other point. So I get 5 extra points at the beginning of each round.
Yep,
Do
5.
those accumulate, or
No.
it's just extra?
So
Okay.
temporary hit points
Just are
don't
just
stack.
what they are.
So, but they do replace. So
Okay.
if
So I
you
have 5.
had 2 temporary hit points and then you got 5, you would just now have 5.
Okay.
So every turn, basically, you'll reset that temporary hit points number to 5.
Okay.
And you can do it right in your character sheet. So if you
Okay.
click on your hit points, you'll see there's a spot in the top right-hand corner that says temp,
Okay.
and you can just put 5 in there.
Okay.
And if I give you damage, it will come off the temporary hit points first.
Nice.
Oh, got it.
That's a cool feature.
Yeah.
Tim.
Pando, you are up.
So it says on each of your turns after you cast a spell, you can use an action to move the beam 60 feet and effectively do the exact same thing
That's right.
without recasting it.
That's right.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna move my little circle beam right back on her stupid face.
Like it.
And then she has to do the same.
Can I ask you? You cast this at 2nd level, right?
Yes, this is a 2nd level spell.
Got it.
I gotta summon my Fae at 3rd level.
Fair. Yeah.
So then
And that
she
is
has
your
to make a
action.
constitution
Okay.
saving throw.
Okay, she will attempt that. She's rolling at advantage. Is it 10 at advantage? It is. She rolled a 2 and a 5, so she
That's
fails.
gonna be a miss. She was too surprised that that moonbeam followed
Girl,
her.
she's like, girl, what? You can move that thing?
I can.
We told you you'd regret it.
10.
All right, 10 points of radiant damage. Very well.
I can't wait for all of us to be flying and all these stupid
Oh my
minotaurs be
god.
hanging out on the
Can't
bottom.
wait. I can't wait till I can turn into something that
Guys,
just like bites her face. I don't
Everybody
know.
can fly. All right. Got it. Panda, you used your moonbeam.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me move it for you. Okay. She's all beamed up. Are you gonna move or do other things?
No.
All right, very good.
I'm not wild shaping yet.
Then next
Not
up
very.
is Eupedo, Lady of Chains.
Mm.
She is going to.
Just hang out,
She's gonna pass.
play hacky sack.
No,
Tennis.
she is going to cast Blight on Freya.
And all of Freya's potatoes die.
No potatoes for you. Oh, computer is freaking out. Calm down, computer. There we go.
Doesn't like blight.
Uh,
I treat
you lose
blight
your turn.
every day as a wound care nurse. It's actually what I do
Yeah.
as I fight blight.
Blight is a 4th level necromancy spell.
That sucks.
You get to do your favorite thing, which is make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my Lord, have mercy. Come on now. Maybe I was saving it up till now.
It's like your Achilles heel.
I know. Yep, see? 8.
Wow.
god.
All right.
That's unbelievable.
Well, now I'm gonna roll 8d8 necrotic damage.
I don't like that. And I take full damage on that.
You do.
8d8?
That is a big spell.
This is a total player.
You take 31 points of necrotic damage as your flesh starts to wither.
Okay.
And she is going to kind of wave her hands in the direction of the party and order her minotaurs to attack. And she's going to drift this way about 10 feet to get out of the moonbeam. Air, it's your turn.
Air would like to cast fly.
Excellent. You may.
And she does.
And
At
you
you,
do.
Pedo?
You make Eupedo fly.
Well, thank God it's a touch spell. So I can
Oh
only
no,
make
oh,
myself-
cast fly. I get it.
And then I'll move as close to her as you would allow me.
Well, if you're, let's see. You can get about, based on my ruler, you can get to about here. But you can be up in the air, out of reach of that minotaur.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
Okay.
Unfortunately, because I cast fly, I don't really have any attacks or anything, so
Okay,
Yeah.
here I am.
it's okay.
All right. Potom, you're up. I see an overlay, so I assume you're scoping a spell target.
Yeah. Are is all three of those affected?
Yeah.
by- Great. Actually, we'll move it just a little bit away from air there. I am going to cast Shatter.
Okay.
A sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from the point of your choice. Within range, each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a Constitution saving throw. The creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save. or half as much damage on a successful one. A creature made of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on this saving throw.
What about
Non-magical,
calcium bones.
Organic.
a non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage if it's in the spell's area.
All right, very good. I'm going to roll the save for Minotaur C first. That is a 14.
Does it say?
They need a con 17.
A 17. Okay, so that's a fail. Minotaur D fails.
The lady.
Upido gets to roll this at advantage. That is an 8. Wow, she's rolling terribly. All right, tell me your damage.
She didn't know we'd be so tough.
So capable.
She just smiles.
Ugh, that could have been so much better. 13.
All right.
Okay.
13 on 3 creatures, though.
We'll take it.
Hey,
Take it.
it's a good spell. All right, very nice.
Blue, and that goes away. So,
All right. At the
Adam also yells something like "Quantum torpedoes!"
quantum torpedoes. Yeah, why not? At the end of your turn, Potom, Upido is going to use a legendary action
She already
to.
used it once this turn, or this round.
What's that?
Boop, boop, boop. She already used her legendary action this round.
No, it was
she
last
didn't.
round.
She used it as the very last thing of round 1.
Yeah.
This is round
I
2.
thought it was at the top of round 2.
She is going to react to your spell by casting a spell. Potom, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Bottom.
16. Ooh, that is a really good roll. You save, and as you see blackness starting to close in around your sight, you push back against the effects of the spell and you resist the blindness.
I'm in my emotions here.
All right, next up, it's Minotaur time. So
Oh, there's 4.
there are 4 Minotaur
Yeah, very
skeletons.
Oh, wait. Okay, hang on 1 second. Before, just so that we get these mechanics down, because I have mirror image and there's 4 of me,
Yeah.
I would have been able to, by rolling a d20 and getting over 6, that spell would have possibly gone towards one of my other characters or one of my mirror images.
No, that only applies if it's an attack
Yeah.
spell.
Yeah, did you actually?
Okay.
And blindness is not an attack.
Oh,
Uh,
seemed like an attack to me.
No, I get it. But if it's a saving throw, then mirror image doesn't apply. It only applies to by the mechanics, by the rules. It
Okay,
only applies if she's making an attack roll.
fair enough.
All right, so we're going to start with Minotaur Skeleton A, who is going to. Oh, I gotta group these guys. Whoops!
Synchronized swimming.
Wow, go back where you were.
Did I read that?
Wow, what a great tool.
Yeah. So what?
I think it's.
I put the ice in the sink in the bathroom because it was melting all over the place. Okay, Minotaur Skeleton A is going to charge forward and attack Freya.
Ugh. I'm up in the air though.
Oh yeah, it can't reach you. That's true. What's my movement on Minotaur Skeletons? 40 feet? Okay,
I'm also up
then
in the air.
he was here. Let me ruler this.
I mean, maybe if he jumped, he could touch me.
Oh, yeah, he can't get to either of you. So he's just gonna dash to get to Pando, but he cannot attack. Minotaur Skeleton B. What's his reach? Oh, not that much. Okay. Minotaur Skeleton B is coming at Potom. He's gonna charge. So he's moving at least 10 feet straight towards the target, and then he's gonna attempt a gore attack on you,
Okay,
Potom. That is gonna be,
hang on. He hits one of my doubles.
okay. That's an 11.
Or he does not hit one of my doubles.
So he misses your double. That's it for him. Minotaur Skeleton D, however, is going to do the same thing to you.
Flank you.
He's going to roll at advantage. That is a 14 to hit.
He hits one of my doubles.
Okay, so you've lost one double.
Here.
And then Minotaur Skeleton C is going to do the same thing to you. And-
Oh, it's just the game of attack Potom.
yeah, well,
Well-
everybody else is up in the air, but they only rolled a 10.
And all of the Minotaur skeletons. Got it.
They're rolling
You got
terribly.
this, Potom.
They all rolled at advantage, and their best roll was a 14.
Okay.
So that misses, obviously. They were meant to do much better than that. All right, well, that's all my Minotaurs. So it's Freya's turn.
Freya is going to use her bonus action to dash straight at you, Pedo. Oh, point and ping, no. Token browser. Wait a minute. How do I get back to my movie? There. Oh, nope. That's not it either. Select. Oh, there we go. Heh. Hi.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my bonus. This is my bonus action charge hit.
Okay.
Shoot.
Once again, one of her chains parries away your strike.
Okay. I have 2 actions, which I get 2 hits per action, right?
That's right.
So I'm gonna just go for it with Kimba's Talon. Oh, fuck. Oh,
The
fucking hell.
her chains are no longer braided, and they're just whipping around
That's
her right
number
now,
2.
deflecting away.
Number 3, here we go. 21.
Okay, that does hit.
Okay. And then we can do a 10 plus 3, 13. And then we're gonna do a 2d4. 2 plus 4, 13, 17 to hit.
Okay.
And that was
Nice.
number 2. That was number 2.
Yeah, so your
yeah,
bonus and
okay,
so your
no,
first
I-
action is expended.
Is
You still have your
expended.
extra action.
I have another action. I'm hitting 16.
Missed.
Damn it. One more. Come on. Nope. Shit.
All right, so
That was
with
terrible,
the
guys.
whirlwind of chains flying around Eupedo, many of your strikes are knocked off course, but you do land one heavy blow against Eupedo, and she's looking pretty rough.
Whoa, really?
She's really been.
Oh wait, now I have hope all of a sudden.
She's really taken a lot of damage.
You gotta flank her.
Oh, no.
I'm
Oh,
standing
she's
right
gonna
there. You
get-
get up there and flank
She's
her.
gonna get lit up. This is the first turn I'm like actually able to attack her. I've been casting defensive spells.
I've
Hair's
only
like
hit one time
rough.
out of 5 times I threw my sword at her. I
Oh,
only
man.
got it one
This
time.
old lady doesn't know
Damn
what to
it.
do.
It's only 34.
All right, Pando, you're up. There is a big Minotaur skeleton in front of you.
You stop running away like a
Okay,
wimp.
so I think I can do all these
It's a
things.
glass cannon flying up there.
Pando is going to summon her Fae.
Yeah.
Dude, Box, you gotta toughen up. You're afraid of this old hag?
Maybe help. Maybe.
And her Fae is gonna flank the Minotaur that's right there by her. Betty.
All right.
Betty.
I don't remember, I always forget what token we use here.
Oh yeah, it's like a sprite or what?
It is.
Isn't it like
It's like a little fairy.
We'll use a sprite this time.
Yeah.
Except, oh, no, but that's tiny. She's
Oh, but
not-
she is tiny.
Oh, is she?
She is,
Oh,
yeah.
great. All right, so
That's perfect.
she's gonna
cute
pop
she
up
is.
right here,
Oh,
and I'll
perfect.
just rename her.
Betty. I saw you turn that off, so we couldn't rename them ourselves.
Yeah, that's right. It got a little out of hand. All right, you got a little Betty for the round.
Then as my bonus action, I'm gonna wild shape
Okay.
into a bear.
All right, Pando Bear appears on the scene.
if there was something flying, you could come beat down Yupito with us.
I can't fly yet.
Nothing you have is a flying.
I can't.
She
I
needs
have
to be a
seen
higher
them.
level.
I have to be a higher level. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I asked about the raven. I'm
She
like,
can
well,
swim
I love
now.
pecking, but it seems like I could have died too. So
I see.
Yeah, she's achieved swim speed. but not
yes,
Flying creature yet.
that's why I was the shark. Were you here when we were in the water?
I
Ooh,
don't think during that period.
When I was a shark.
She's got to be a hunter shark. That's cool.
Matt, you gotta leave Pando on the board at least so that she stays in the initiative order.
Oh, good call. All right, she's back.
Thank you.
Um,
I'll pretend that's not me.
yeah, we'll just put you on top of the brown bear.
Okay.
Okay, so that's your turn.
Unfortunately, yeah, I can't do any damage now.
Fair enough. Yupito, Lady of Chains, is going to take her turn. So she is going to cast a spell.
Of course she is.
Yeah. She's gonna reach out. She's gonna reach out her hand towards you, Freya. And as she does, her hand,
Con saving throw.
her sort of delicate fingers
Oh, I
Are
forgot
gonna-
to add my 5 hit points in.
are going to become encased with sort of a black magical glow that takes the shape of long claws. And she's going to attempt to cast the spell Vampiric Touch on you.
Oh,
So she is making
forgot
a
about that.
spell attack, which she does at a +7 to hit. So roll dice, d20, whatever this is, +7. That's a 16 to hit.
that hits.
Right. So, you are going to take 3d6 necrotic damage.
Getting nervous about the Freya's health here.
Well,
That's 13 points of necrotic damage,
okay.
and Yupito is going to heal with some of that damage.
I mean, I have 44 hit points left.
Okay, good.
+5 temporary every time.
Oh, that's good too.
And I have a potion of healing and an extra action. So if I can only hit once, I can always
Wow.
take my potion of healing.
Freya's like our
too.
most effective fighter. Also.
Well, I mean, Freya just used her superpower.
I just
Yeah.
used my superpower.
So,
I've been saving it up.
It's pretty good. Then she is going to use her, let's see what she can do. She's gonna use her legendary action, and one of these minotaurs crumbles into dust.
That was strange.
And as it does, you watch Yupito's flesh knit back together.
Oh.
Interesting.
Okay.
I see.
All right then.
It's okay. It's okay.
Bottom.
And
We
Air,
gotta,
it's
we
your
gotta
turn.
get you.
Finally, let's rock and roll, people. Okay, Air is going to take the long way around and flank this Lady of Chains. So she calls herself. Kind of narcissistic, honestly, but whatever.
That's just what the DM called her.
No.
She
Or
may or
call
may,
herself
she may or may not
Penelope.
she may or may not refer to herself that way.
And then Air's just gonna hit her as hard as she can.
Do it.
20, not
Hits.
natural.
20 hits.
Uh, 18.
Air's weapon is a magical weapon, right?
Air's weapon is a magical weapon. Yes, because it's part of her hexblade thing.
Yep.
Kima's talon's technically magical, isn't it?
Oh, Kima's talent is absolutely a magical.
I hope
Okay,
so.
Good, good. Okay, good.
22.
Also hits.
Sweet.
Wow, wow. 12.
Okay,
That's okay.
that's good.
What can I do with
Two
a
good
bonus
strikes.
action? Probably nothing. Nothing fun. Okay, that's all I got.
Okay.
Oh wait, no. Oh well, never mind. They both hit. Never mind. Well, actually, I should roll again just for crit reasons.
Sure. Yeah, do
If
it.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Would you allow me?
Yeah, go for it.
Nope. Nope. Just to make sure.
Yeah, it's worth doing. All right, Potham, you're up. Got some Minotaurs on you.
I think that it would have been hilarious if the Minotaur that she chose was the one by Pando, leaving me with the 3.
Yeah. That was the closest one.
Autumn casts Thunderstrike.
Oh, not Thunder Step.
Kind of, kind of punches his gloves together and does a spread eagle with his hands. As lightning shoots out, Thunderstrike. Or I'm sorry, Thunderwave.
Cheerleaders doing
Thunder
thunderstruck.
wave.
Thunderous force sweeps out from you.
Bottom's doing a chorus line right now. High kicks. That's how he does thunderstruck.
A wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you. On a successful save, the creature takes half that. In addition, unsecured objects that are completely within the area of the effect are automatically pushed 10 feet away from you. Spells, excuse me. As spells effect, emits thunderous waves. Thanks. Everybody appreciates seeing your butt.
All right, thunderous waves are successful as both Minotaurs fail their saves. So you may give me some damage rolls.
9 points of damage.
Okay.
And you can push them 10 feet away from me.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, nice.
And let's go. Oh, hang on. Let's find out what 25. Is right there. So Bottom moves here.
Okay. Very good. Then it is time for some Minotaurs. So we'll start with,
skeleton.
sorry, Minotaur Skeleton. We'll start with Minotaur Skeleton A, who is going to lash out at the now brown bear in front of it. It is going to swing its tree limb at the brown bear. That is an 8. Wow, the rolls.
Nope.
So bad for
Nope.
these.
You know what, you deserve
And it doesn't even take a lot to get the ground there.
Monsters.
That's okay, Freya's rolling pretty bad. We
Um,
could have shut this down by now, but.
Minotaur
Freya would've
skeleton
rolled a little
B
better.
is going to move on bottom. And it rolls a 15 to hit.
Bottoms double needs an 8 or higher. It hits the bottoms double and destroys a second double.
Okay, so you have
We're
what,
down.
how many left?
I have one left.
One left, okay. And then Minotaur skeleton D is gonna also move on bottom. And it is going to, that's a 15 to hit.
Bottom needs a 11 or better. Hang on, let me just.
Really?
To
Hang
have the mirror image take it.
Oh,
Yeah, 11 or higher. And that's a 15. So Bottom's last mirror is going.
All right, those were very effective,
Cool.
keeping you safe from all the Minotaur strikes. And that brings us to Freya.
All right, we're just gonna bash. Let's see here. Nimbus Talon 8.
Smash! Freya, smash!
16 misses,
16 misses, wow.
I know, I think it's 17. Here we go, 26 hits.
26 hits.
And then we have 13 plus 3
Okay.
Good.
plus a 2d4. Hold on.
Pretty good. So 16 plus,
16 plus 4.
okay, 20.
20.
Good chunk of change.
20,
Nice.
20 damage. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Come on now. 11. 19 hits.
18 hits.
We have, we have 10 plus 3, 13 plus 4,
Okay.
17, and one more. Come on, 15.
The last one misses.
Okay.
But it should be at advantage.
Oh, that was at advantage, correct.
All right. roll
Oh, we should have rolled the other one at advantage too. At advantage. 25.
that hits.
It's,
We're both
can we
floating in the air there.
retcon rolling it down? 16 plus.
We're gonna beat this
Plus
corpse into a
3.
pulp.
19. Can I roll one more for the advantage, the one that I didn't roll at advantage that I missed?
I think if we're rolling to see if you got a crit, I'm okay with it, but like, there's been an awful lot of attack rolls, so now I'm not sure what order of
Well, but
rolls.
no, we just had the first one that I missed. It should have been at advantage, so I should have had one more roll at advantage
I will
for
give
that
you
one.
one more roll.
Thank you.
Final warning.
There. It's 9, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right, nice. And you're staying there?
You have to.
Unless you'll let me run around in a circle to charge.
I mean, you can. She'll get a reaction.
Yeah, but it's also at disadvantage.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh,
Because
right.
I'm an eagle. Because I have my eagle.
Oh, actually, I forgot about a cool power she has.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you had to remind me.
Because she has a cool special reaction, which is called unnerving mask.
Well, don't worry, because she's not going to do
I'm
anything.
not gonna do that.
Uh, well, what should have happened actually is at the start of your turn, which now I should have done, because
Okay.
had I done this and it took effect, you would have not.
I don't know. There's been a lot of
Been able
attack.
to
You would have
roll.
not
Yeah,
gotten to do
right.
any of these rolls. So I'm not going to do it. I'm
But
not
you
going to
will
do
next
it
time.
to you, but I should have been using this every.
What is
turn.
it?
I'll tell you about it when it happens.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
We're doing pretty well because now Matt's getting a little more stick. He's gonna be
I
stickler about the rules.
forgot I wrote this
He's-
cool
he's-
power
he's, like,
and
reading about it.
and I didn't use it. I should have been using it every turn.
He's more generous when we're doing poorly.
Okay.
I think just for, yeah, that's fine. All right, so that is the end of the round. The top of the round, it is Pando's turn.
Okay. Rolling with my bear. I feel like I need to start bringing an extra screen. Because now I have too many.
Right?
I have like a Word document for my notes. I have too much stuff that's happening.
When Alex, this is a side at.
Four to hit? No.
No,
It's pretty low.
it's not good.
How is it?
But it has 2 attacks, so that was the bite.
And you should be rolling at advantage because Betty is flanking this Minotaur.
Okay. So I can try it a second time for the first bite.
Should it be
Is that
4
what you're
plus?
saying?
Roll at advantage for the first bite, the
Yes.
first attack.
I think why aren't you I feel like you should be adding something to it, shouldn't you? It shouldn't just be like a raw D20 roll.
What's the bonus to your bear's attack?
5.
Oh, you're right. It's +6 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first one still wouldn't have.
10 still missed, but what was that last roll?
The second one was an 11 +6, so that would have been 17.
17 does hit the Minotaur.
Now I'm gonna bite his butt.
Yes.
Specifically.
It's crunchy.
Yes.
His bony butt.
It's crunchy, crunchy butt.
8 + 4. I took 5 bites of damage from his butt.
Okay,
And
five
now,
5 damage bites
do I also roll at advantage for my second move?
for your second attack. Yeah.
For a second attack. Sorry, can I just do 2 at once?
You could if you want
Okay.
to. Yeah.
I don't know if that was a faux pas.
Higher.
Wait. So I rolled 11 and 17
So 17 plus 6. So
plus
23.
6.
You definitely hit.
Okay. And now I'm going to claw his face. 2d6 plus 4. $11 from his face.
It's
Nice.
Gabe who wants to know what's going on.
All right, 11 points of face
Yeah,
damage.
another rain destroyed.
No, I wish. It's some stupid. I'm sure some like political sending money. I get all my political ads, all my political texts I get from Minnesota in a place I don't, in a district I don't live. Ilhan Omar asks me for money all the time
Which
Because I have a
really
six-
don't want to give to.
because I have a 612 number. So no one around here actually asks me for my support, which I guess is good, but people in Minnesota really want my money.
They really want it.
I gave
You know, it's funny. I still get political.
All the list, every single one.
What were you saying, Kevin?
Oh, I get the political ones from Wisconsin because of my 414 number.
Right, so you're probably getting a lot about the upcoming election.
So I just wanted to say one funny thing.
How do you feel about conservative justice, whatever?
We don't like him.
Save America.
Susan Crawford. So I just wanted to say one thing about Freya flying, which all I can think of is I'm defying gravity. And
Yeah.
You are!
Alex and I saw Wicked in London many years ago. Many years ago, we were in London. We saw Wicked, and right at the closing of the first act, when she sings the Defying Gravity song and she flies for the first time, there was a little British girl in front of us, and who was there with her dad, and she looked at her dad and she says, "Daddy,
Daddy, was the witch really?
really flying, or do you think she was just on an escalator?" And I say that all the time. I mean, this is probably the 4th time I've said that this week. I said it that much. Like, it's so cute. Anyway,
The follow up to that was the little girl was talking to a bunch of her friends then, late in intermission, and she goes, "My daddy says that she wasn't really flying. She was just on an
my daddy said she was really flying.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, that's what's going through my head right now.
She was
Anyway,
the
in the
snotty
middle of
girl
our
at
battle.
Hogwarts.
Yeah, exactly. What I was, the vibe I was getting. Yeah.
My daddy said she was really flying. Freya's defying gravity.
Pando, anything else? Betty time, I think.
No, man, I'm just
All
gonna
right, Betty girl.
see what Betty has got. She's gonna do her bonus action first, which is human, which means she has advantage on her attack, but
Yeah.
I think she would anyway, because we're flanked.
Yeah. Tiny little Betty's gonna swing on this big Minotaur skeleton and miss.
No.
With an advantage.
D20 plus spell attack, which is 8.
Then she's gonna hit.
Yeah,
That's a good
okay.
bonus.
2d6 plus 6.
Also good. That's also good damage.
Also, I'm delighted by the imagery of tiny fey creature just like defying physics and slugging a huge
At
skeleton.
this
Minotaur.
point, 12 by the way, because
Skeleton.
it's 2d6 plus 6.
And what kind of damage does she do?
She does sassy damage.
Sassy.
That 1,000 tiny paper cuts.
Yes!
In this case, it is important what kind of damage.
Go down. Huh, I'm not sure.
I don't know. It's melee?
Summon fey.
Piercing.
Where do you see?
What's
Oh,
piercing
yeah,
damage?
piercing damage.
Okay.
Oh, no, well, it's piercing plus force damage.
You're right.
All good.
Okay.
The-
She didn't have a little
neither
symbol.
of those is relevant to the Minotaur.
Okay, I was gonna say, because if it's important, we have to split the, we have to be
Yeah.
careful about it.
Yeah,
In that
There's
case, in
one
this
is-
case, it is not important.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. She does. This Minotaur has taken some. He's got some chunks taken out of his butt, out of his face,
Yeah.
and now out of his back.
I feel like every time Betty comes up, she's mad. She's base level mad every time she
Yeah.
comes.
What even is this
Yes.
now?
Can't
Yeah.
be bothered, yeah.
Every time.
Is that dragon flying? That's actually kind of cool.
That dragon's like totally different.
That dragon doesn't even have wings, and it's totally flying.
I feel like she wants to like fly over by you to like inspect.
I
you.
have wings.
Right, she's like, but how are you?
So obviously
Oh,
Also, that drow is flying. Why are all of you flying? I am the one who flies.
yes.
Okay.
I mean, Betty should fly over and hit you, Peter. She can fly.
She can fly.
Speaking of Upido,
That's her.
it's her turn.
Ugh.
She's gonna do some stuff. What's she gonna do? You know what she hasn't done yet that I think she thinks is fun?
You think it's fun?
Yeah. She is going to attack with her chains. So, Upido makes 3 chain attacks.
This.
They're gonna fly out in all directions. The first is going to be against air. Air is a 22 to hit. You will enjoy 7 points of slashing damage.
Well, I'm gonna have to do my mirror image thing.
Yeah.
Okay, how does this work again? Roll d20, 6 or higher, okay. Nat 20,
Okay.
eat it.
So you lose one of your mirror images.
Yep.
She's gonna make a second chain attack against you.
What the hell?
That's another 22. So now you need what, like an 8 or
Eight.
higher?
11. Is it
8 or
8?
higher.
8 or higher?
8 or higher.
All right, you are struck for 11 points of slashing damage, and you are grappled.
Oy.
How does this chain slash?
It has a sharp end. I don't know. Anyway, it
Has razor blades on the
has
chain.
razor blades all over it. It's very
It's
super
a chain
metal.
made out of razor blades.
Yupito's really metal, you guys.
I also have to roll a concentration check.
Yeah, you should roll a concentration check.
Luckily, it's at advantage.
And it's the minimum. Well, lucky it is at advantage, because that,
Wow.
no mirror images for you.
No, it's not mirror image. It's fly.
Oh!
No.
Oh yeah, because mirror
damn
image is
it.
not a,
It's specifically why I chose it. Is 'cause
Yeah.
it's not a concentration.
oh yeah, you're definitely not flying anymore. But the good news is, you don't fall, because you're grappled, wrapped up in her chains, and restrained.
Okay.
So you don't take falling damage.
Remind me what a grapple does again.
So grapple means you can't move,
Okay.
but you're
Can I
also restrained.
Can I attack?
Well, let's talk about what it means to be restrained. Your speed is 0.
Okay.
Attack rolls against you have advantage, and your attack rolls have disadvantage.
Okay.
And you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Okay. Okay. That's not so bad actually. Maybe I'll just stay up there.
Well, you don't have a choice. I mean, maybe you have choices. You
Well,
can
don't
misty
I-
step out of it. You could try to pull out of the grapple.
Yeah.
Yeah, that takes your action to attempt to do that. But right now you're grappled. And for funsies, she can make her third chain attack on you now that you are grappled and restrained, and she can do so at advantage. That's a 25 to hit.
Well, I'm still gonna roll my.
Yeah, go for it.
Fucking hell.
Betty needs to
She's
come
got
fly
you.
by me.
But
And
the good news is you
attack.
still have all these lovely
I've
mirror
been
images
instructed
that have not
to
gone away
kill
yet.
the Minotaur,
That's
because it is
another
healing
11
power.
points of
Okay.
slashing damage. To you,
You guys, it's not. It's.
But if we kill you,
It's not looking
before she
great.
uses it.
It's not.
I don't
It's
think
not.
we're killing.
It's not
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
But it's not looking
We
great.
got
It's not bad, but
close
it's
a few
not
times. We got
awesome.
close a few times.
Yeah.
and then she is going to. She's gonna stay there. She's gonna hang out.
Do something. Displace her beast hide cloak.
She is, however, going to, since you are restrained in her chains and she has a reach of 10 feet, she's just going to drift you out so you are out of sword range from her.
Wow. Why can't I?
You have
attack
a
her
reaction,
chains,
so you
though?
can make an attack of opportunity against her
I
right
would
now.
love to. Why can't I? Why when attacking her chains that have now?
Her, I don't know, you're wrapped up in them.
No, but I can still attack him, right? I don't see how this. I don't see how this negates my ability to attack her.
You're restrained. The mechanic is restrained.
Yeah, but I can attack when I'm restrained, right?
You could attack a chain,
Yeah.
but that's the equivalent of trying to become ungrappled. Her chains are not a part of her physicality.
I filed my disagreement.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Real
I would-
lawyer and rules lawyer.
would
If you'd
like
like to
to-
make your
Real
disadvantage,
lawyer and rules.
I would like
disadvantage opportunity attack.
to. I would like to. Thank you.
Do
Thank you, Your Honor.
it. You may approach the bench.
21.
21 does hit. Even at disadvantage.
Sweet.
Very nice.
16.
Nice.
Ouch.
Wow, wow.
Yupito is looking very badly hurt.
Alright. I have still been instructed to kill this Minotaur.
Instructed by who?
Um,
Alex. Alex. Stop it. Okay.
What? Why are you telling me to stop it?
It's okay.
Air.
Let's just kill.
It
kill,
is
kill.
your turn. You are grappled and restrained, hanging above the ground in your not flying state.
So it's just to be clear. So attacking her chains will not cause her damage.
Correct. Well, I
This is-
mean, you
this
don't
is-
know.
well,
You can certainly try.
Also, my moonbeam is out because it lost the concentration on it when I brought out Betty.
Thank you.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would have been whipping it around.
Oh, they went
I'll
wrong.
whip my movie back and forth. It's so your speed is 0, disadvantage on stuff,
Yeah.
and you can't currently reach her.
Right. Well, I can Eldritch Blast her though. Is the idea.
Sure you can.
It's so dumb though. It's so sad though. But if I get unrestrained, I'll just fall to the ground.
Yeah.
What? I don't
You
like
will.
I don't like when you're so happy.
Well, I mean, have you seen the rolls I got of these minotaurs and everything? Like, I thought listen, I built this boss battle and I was so nervous that I was going to wipe you guys in the first 2 rounds that I built all sorts of contingencies in. And
Can we
instead,
use those contingencies?
my boss is having to suck the life out of her animated skeletons to stay alive for more than 2 rounds. So sorry, she finally landed a hit, and I'm happy about it.
I'm going to. So if I were to try to be unrestrained,
So yeah, so to get out of the grapple, you need to use your action. The escape DC is 14. You can use athletics or acrobatics to escape the grapple.
I would like to attack the chains. Whatever that means.
You can certainly try.
Okay. I would argue that I get that it's the disadvantage and advantage counter that they offset.
Why would you
Yeah,
possibly
what-
get advantage to attack chains that are wrapped around your
Just
body?
Because of flanking rules.
Flanking rules?
Yeah,
Who
because
else
you
is
should-
threatening
Freya.
the chains?
Are
You
the
know-
chains a different entity?
I mean, you can.
Okay.
Roll-
Just
roll your-
attack Yupido. Can you
roll
still
your
attack
attack.
Yupido?
No, he's too far away.
Well, I
He could
I'll
cast a
blast.
spell at Yupido, but if he's going to use his sword, then he is not in
Okay.
reach.
Okay, I'll just. You know what? Okay, I'll cast a spell. I'll drink blast.
Right, at disadvantage.
Yep. 17.
17 misses.
Oh. I thought 17 hits. Not right now.
17 does not hit.
I'm sorry. What's wrong? But what was it?
Very,
It was worth-
It's very close.
She does a funny jig.
It's okay. She's still up there.
Oh my goodness.
I got nothing else, do I? Dang, I'm not feeling great. Okay, well, that's all I got. Thank you, DM.
You're welcome.
I appreciate.
As always, I'm a
Appreciate doing
benevolent,
business with you.
benevolent DM. You still have those mirror images, so you're in good shape. Bottom.
Conum is going to look at both of the Minotaurs and be like, "I'm getting real tired of this," and he'll twist his hammer in his hands and strike Minotaur Skeleton B.
All right.
26.
That'll hit.
15 points of damage.
Would you say that's bludgeoning damage?
That is straight up bludgeoning damage.
All bludgeoning damage? Your hammer seems to really be the tool of choice against the Minotaur
The
skeleton.
skeletons.
Bludgeoning.
They love bludgeoning.
Because it seems to do a lot more damage than you would anticipate against another creature.
We.
Pulverizing ribs.
It's super effective.
your hammer is super effective.
And we will focus our second strike on Minotaur Skeleton D.
All right.
Oh, 14?
That hits.
Nice.
I was worried that would not. 13 points of damage.
All right. Another very effective strike.
And no, that's it.
Okay.
Oh well, hang on one second. Actually, let me just read what this says. I, as a bonus action, am casting Sanctuary on myself.
Okay.
Yes.
You ward a creature within range against attack until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the warded creature must make it a wisdom creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. This spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area effects such as explosions or fireballs.
All right, very good.
And that's it.
Nice. All right, next up is Minotaur Skeleton A, who is going to make its attacks on Pando Bear. Or attack, I should say. That's a 14 to hit the bear.
That hits. It has an 11.
That is 23 points
Oh,
of
geez.
bludgeoning damage.
Yikes. That
These guys don't hit very often.
No, but
apparently.
they
hit really hard.
But
Bear
they-
still has 11 hit points.
They do hit big. Very good. At the end, second Minotaur skeleton, skeleton B, is going to
Dance a jig because you can't hit bottom.
yeah, it's gonna attempt. It'll roll a wisdom saving throw, you said? That's a 7, so it can't attack you. So I think it's gonna throw its club as an improvised weapon at Freya. That's a 23 to hit.
Right.
It's gonna do less than normal damage because it's not being
And half of that.
swung in the way that it's meant to.
Okay.
So 9 damage reduced
To 4.
to 4.
Alright.
And then Minotaur Skeleton D is going to try to hit bottom. That's a 6, so it can't. And it is gonna.
Needs to make a wisdom saving throw if he's good. I mean, because I'm sanctuaried.
Well, that's what it just failed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it's not attacking you. Instead, it's going to throw its thing at air. That's a 9, so it misses. Then, as her legendary action,
Those are scary.
Eupito, the Lady of Chains, is going to look down at one of her remaining Minotaur skeletons, and it will crumble into dust.
Which then heals her, right?
Yes. Her
Yeah.
flesh begins to knit back together.
I mean, just as much as like the skeleton has, or like
Who knows how that
Who
works?
knows how that
Mechanically, it's all
we had health bars and we could
it's all very mysterious behind the DM screen how things work.
Exactly.
And then we're gonna move to the start of Freya's turn. At the start of Freya's turn,
She gets 5 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
she does, but also Eupito is gonna use her special reaction.
Yeah, what is that?
It is called Unnerving Mask. Eupito turns and looks at you, and
Oh, I don't like her icy eyes.
her face changes, and it takes on the aspect of your brother.
Oh.
And suddenly, the brother who chained you up and put you on a slave ship is floating before you in the air and is like,
There is a deep kind of special rage happening in
well,
Freya right now.
in particular, we're gonna roll to see how you react. So I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Alrighty. Oops. $18.
No problem. You save. Pushing through the initial fear and shock, you are, and with
Filled
the,
with rage.
and with the rage that's already flowing through you with Kimba's talon and the energy of the sword, you are incensed at the idea that this creature would dare to take on your brother's face and try to insult you like that. And you are not affected by the fear of her skill. And it is your turn.
And here we go. Come on, 27.
Yes.
27 does hit.
13 plus 3, 16
Woo,
plus,
woo, woo.
plus. Oops. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Plus 2,
So 18.
18 damage. That was number 1. Number 2. Come on. 26 to hit.
Oof, nice.
There we go. 14 plus 3, 17 plus. Eight.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
These are big
Number 2.
hits.
Number 3. Yes, 22 to hit.
Whoa.
Yeah.
10 plus 3, 13 plus. Five.
Whoa.
18. One more. Come on.
Hang on. Before you take your next swipe,
Oh, I just did.
well, the last one misses.
Last one. Was
But as you land that last hit, Upido, as you slash through her, her form seems to waver and flicker as your sword passes through. She becomes less substantial, and she grimaces in pain, and suddenly both minotaurs crumble into dust. And her chains vanish ere you fall to the ground.
Do I take damage?
You do.
you do.
Yeah. You take 6 points of falling damage.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. But the Lady of Chains starts to sink towards the ground, and then as the Minotaur skeletons collapse into dust, her body regains its consistency, and she seems to regain some of her vitality, and she floats back up and looks at you in particular and says, "I do not know what power is assisting you, but you annoy me."
Annoy.
She's like,
The
oh,
power of
fucking
my ancestors. The power of all of my ancestors. I'll annoy away.
Um,
Amazing.
Top of the round,
Okay.
Pando.
Okay.
Dash dash.
Remind me where I can see how far I can move in a turn.
There's like a little
There's
ruler
a
on the left.
ruler.
I mean, I don't know
Tool.
how far Pando can.
Yeah.
You have a
down here.
movement speed of 35 feet.
Yep.
So that's as far as I can go, right?
That's as far as you can go, and then still use an action and bonus action. But if you use your action to move also, then you can double that.
So Betty and I are both gonna double it to
Okay.
head that way.
Doesn't Betty have like an insanely long?
Not when she's on the board. She can reappear 30 feet somewhere. Like I can put her 90 feet when she first
Oh, maybe
appears.
that's what I'm remembering.
But then when she does her action and her
Action
move,
moving.
30, she can
Okay,
she
okay.
can like poof up anywhere 30 feet, but that's it.
Gotcha.
So you can get to here, Pando.
Great.
Great.
And then I'm still in, actually, can I get out of wild shape with that run?
Yeah, you can drop your wild shape.
Okay, even if I run that full distance?
Yeah, because it's a bonus action for you.
It is,
Yeah.
no combat. Okay, I'm out of wild shape.
Okay. And then Betty's movement is the same probably, so
Yes.
she can get here also.
Because she doubled it because she didn't take an action, right?
Correct. That's right. All right, so that's your turn.
I don't
Yeah.
understand how I'm tipsy. Yes.
That brings us to Upido, the Lady of Chains. She's starting to get irritated, and she is going to let's see. Well, that doesn't help. She's not gonna do that. That's dumb.
That's what I like to hear.
All right, she is going to she's gonna kind of eye the field, and she's gonna make, she's gonna float slightly higher in the air, and she's gonna make her 3 chain attacks against Freya. First is 20 to hit.
Hits.
Freya, you will take 6 points of damage, slashing damage reduced to 3, and you are grappled and restrained.
And floating?
I mean,
Yeah. but
yeah,
you
you
can't swing
still are
anything.
under the effect of the fly
Yeah.
spell.
Oh, right, never mind. Yeah.
And as she does, she is going to now attack you again, this time at advantage because you are restrained. That is 24 to hit. You will take another 8 points reduced to 4 slashing damage. And then a third attack. Was that? Did I roll that? Yeah, another 24 to hit.
Jeez.
That is 9 points reduced to 4 slashing damage.
All right.
And then she is going to move you gently out of sword range of her. You may make an attack of opportunity against her at disadvantage.
I would like to.
Would this be a time I could use Sentinel?
She's floating 15 feet in the air, so,
So no. 'cause-
22 and 24.
okay, that does hit. You can do your damage.
Sweet.
Yay.
Let's do 17 plus 3. That's
Wow.
20 plus. First pissed.
That's
Plus 7.
what? That is monstrous damage.
Move me.
So much of what she just recovered from dropping her final 2 skeletons was all of that. That's insane. Why do I give you guys such powerful magical items? All right.
Thank you.
Anyway, she
Freya's not historically rolled great lately, so she was
She's
saving
all
it up
clean
for
up.
here,
Yeah.
okay?
With the power of your ancestors. that
Right.
you were, like,
she
coming
still
up.
has her movement, so she's gonna drift with you
Oh, come on.
back a little ways here. And
Because I'm grappled, I can't move, right?
you cannot move. You're restrained. Your movement is 0. You attack at disadvantage. All attacks against you are at advantage. And that's it. That's her turn. Air, you're up. You still have
Air's
some mirror
grappled
images,
too?
but you are on the ground.
Oh,
Yeah,
you were
I'm
on
trying to look
grapple.
if I can change my pack weapon to like a longbow or something.
Oh gosh, it's 8:30 already. Are you
I just texted Matt.
okay? We're doing pretty good.
I'll look into this later. Okay, what's the game plan, ladies and gents?
You kill her.
Anyway, him.
Kill.
The game plan is kill.
Mm-hmm.
And to quote Captain America, Hulk, smash.
Yupido, how high is Yupido?
She's about 15 feet off the ground.
15 feet.
Whatever the most inconvenient height is for you, what would that be?
15 feet.
Can you ever switch a turn
Can you-
with
can you-
someone?
You can delay actions and things like that. Yeah.
Just because I have my thorn whip that can pull her down.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking. Is like, do I like just move as close as I can and then bank my
Granted, that's if I
action?
hit.
Oh
Attack
yeah.
with melee.
No, totally do that, and maybe she can.
You could. The problem is Pando's the top of the round. So
Right.
held
That's
actions,
what I was
Right.
gonna ask.
held actions mechanically have to activate at the conclusion of the round or you lose them.
Okay. Well, then in that case, I'll just move as close as I can, and then I'll drink.
Unless Adam can drag her down. somehow.
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, there you go.
11.
Nope.
I am neutered.
Aw.
I mean, you did some big
You
damage
did some
when you
big
got there.
damage. You did big damage.
I'm targeted. I feel targeted.
Big damage.
It's like a hard
Last time,
Excuse me, you feel targeted? I had
like immediately.
6 schools
Yeah.
Survival
Well, I
and
mean, I was
our
like,
skeletons
almost-
around
I
me.
came within
Yeah.
1 point of
Potham has
death.
spent the
actual
whole night
death.
surrounded, and Air's like, I feel targeted.
I'm being a big baby.
The only
Air's
thing that I could say about
I mean, I
that
think
round
it's
is that
on character.
I took 1 round of incredible damage that
Incredible.
Yeah.
that everybody else didn't have to take.
All right,
Just to get
Potham,
all-
Potham, you're up.
All right, Potham, steps out from Pando here to get a clear shot. So we'll just go like this. And he yells photon torpedoes and launches magic missiles.
Oh. That's actually really bad news for him.
Oh, that was just one.
That was just the damage.
That was the damage from one. There are 2 more. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of damage altogether.
All right, 9 damage.
We're good.
Yupido is not looking very solid. She is once again starting to look insubstantial.
What do I have for a bonus action that I can do something cool? I don't, but I can. Oh wait, I was right here. Let's go. Let's find out what 25 feet is there. Potham moves here.
Okay.
All right, Freya.
Okay.
Freya, at the start of your turn, make another wisdom saving throw as she once again attempts to frighten you. This time, who is someone that Freya would be legit afraid of?
She would be legit afraid if her father suddenly seemed to be aligned with her brothers. That would truly make her scared.
All right, so
Psychologically
what
messed up.
Freya, this terrifying fantasy is ripped from your mind, and your father's face now paints over the face of Yupido, and he's looking at you with scorn and derision, as if
She has some guilt for being gone too.
Sure.
Like she doesn't know what he thinks.
he looks at you as if he's disowning you from your abandonment.
You were never good enough.
A 14 is exactly what you needed. You'd save.
This is
She is psychologically strong.
Freya's fight.
This
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Freya knew
That was
this
big.
This is like the
Saving
redemption
against
of
that was
Freya.
big. It's your turn. You are currently restrained.
and I can't move.
So you can try to get out of the grapple
Yeah.
by using one of your actions.
Yeah, let's try to do that.
You need to do an athletics or acrobatics
Yeah, let's
check,
do
and
an
you need a
athletics.
14.
There we go. 16.
Okay, so again, filled with rage, you rip the chains off of your body. You're still flying, and you still have your movement and this extra action
And I
that
am
Kimba's
moving up
talent
there.
awards you.
Well, I actually, and I have my bonus action still too. So, well, oops. Oh,
Oh, sorry,
we're
I
locked
grouped
together.
you because she was moving.
We're
with you.
linked.
There you go.
And link. Oops. Ungroup.
Didn't I ungroup you?
Weird.
I thought I did.
There we go. Just had to click out of it. Okay. We're gonna smash. Fingers crossed. Oh, 17.
17 misses.
17
As we've
misses.
learned.
And then 18.
18 hits.
18 hits.
We found it.
We found it. At 14 plus 3, 17 plus. Plus.
What's
Come on. 5.
5? Oh.
Yes.
With that, Freya
Holy shit,
rips
Freya!
free of her chains, flies forward, and in a rage slashes through the false face of her father tearing her glowing golden magical blade down through the now shadowy figure of Eupedo. And
Pretty incredible.
as her body fades from your view and the chains start to disperse into wisps of spectral energy, you hear in the air Eupedo's voice. She seems to laugh with a weary voice. She's sort of a weary chuckle. And she says, more delays.
Yeah, this is like just an aspect of her.
You guys, let's get the fuck out of here. Now, off of this
We're going-
place,
we're
away
going to
from
that-
these minotaurs, off of this place.
However,
We got to go to that Minotaur village and first alert them that what Eupedo's mission was true, that the hunger is dangerous, but then also they fucking
Agreed.
owe us some money.
Can't we send them a letter?
a sternly worded email.
I'm thinking she's still around. I think this is just I think this is a projection of her or something.
Maybe.
Maybe I don't need to go hunting.
She's
seriously okay.
Well,
I mean, obviously it took energy and you know, this was damaging to her, but I think she's still, I don't think she's killed.
Who took damage in that fight?
Who what?
who took
Who took
damage in that fight?
I took.
I took
I
damage.
mean, my
Air took a lot of damage. Freya
Bear
took a
did,
lot of
but I'm
damage.
good.
I didn't take any damage.
No.
Surrounded by minotaurs.
Oh my god.
Untouched.
Yeah.
Untouched. That's right. That bottom
Take
is untouchable.
Bottom's untouchable.
Panda's little thorn whips just like fall down a little, and she's like, "Oh,
Oh, I was ready.
my
Um,
thorn whips."
So a couple things. First, falling to the ground in the place where Eupedo's body just disappeared. There is a leather satchel
Yeah.
that looks very similar to the satchel you recovered from the cache that in Umberlee's temple, which Pando, you put two and two together rather quickly from your earlier visions and realized that Eupedo went to the other cache prior to coming here.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's
That's
a leather satchel on the ground.
Yeah, let's open that.
Panda never really goes for this stuff.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
she doesn't.
No.
She's not materialist.
No.
I definitely think that Air should
Just
probably.
think-
Well, and it's a means for an end always for Freya. It's
Right.
always a means for an end. It's
Right.
not a let's gather the riches and glory.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's open that.
All right, you flip it open. This satchel contains two things. It contains a long cylindrical scroll case that appears to be made of some kind of bone with a screw cap on the end. And it also contains a wooden box that's shaped like this, but is,
And oddly says Matt Mueller.
and it says Matt Miller's on it, and it has little stars on it. No, it's a long rectangular wooden box, but it is about the size of a loaf of bread, and it is really heavy. But it has a sliding top.
Yeah, I want that.
When you slide the top away, and it doesn't have a trap on it, when you slide the
Not
top
a
away,
secret.
inside you find 200 platinum.
Wow. Whoa. Makes my
Sounds like
TV
50
look like nothing.
200 very old, archaic looking platinum coins, but looking as if they're fresh from the mint, just in 2 rows, or 4 rows, I guess, stacked inside here.
Wow.
I guess we each get 50 platinum.
I'm down for that.
I mean, that sounds good.
It's a lot of money.
I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
Maybe I can afford something that won't let me die so easily.
My assumption
Is that
is,
PP? That's PP, right?
Yep.
yes. Yeah, that's the big monies. They're worth 10 gold apiece. Last but not least, let me get back to this real quick.
Wait, they're only worth 10 gold? So 60 platinum is only 600 gold?
Only, I mean, it's a lot of money. That means you guys found a small box containing 2 grand. Who even?
Yeah, but full plate is 150, or is 1,500.
Yeah, the full plate's like expensive.
I'd like to keep the box.
It's a nice
It's box
box.
stores.
Look at us, we're already like 2,000.
You guys are
gold,
so,
whatever.
so bougie all of a sudden.
Well, I mean, we can't even afford anything cool yet.
No, that's the problem. We're like in the in between area.
No,
We're
it
like,
is.
Yeah, you're like lower middle class adventurers.
Yeah.
Right.
You're way more fabulously wealthy than any villagers that you come in contact with
Right.
ever.
we're the poorest of the wealthy. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
We're Milwaukee rich.
Milwaukee rich. That's right.
yeah.
You can afford the penthouse at the U.S. Bank building
Yeah.
downtown.
Yeah, we're wealthy of like a.
I do think it's really fitting that Freya is the one that defeated her because
I like it, yeah.
I feel like all of us were like, we're gonna die.
No,
It was like, I might run. Candace's like, well, this is where I meet my maker.
it's pretty much 99%. I'm like,
So-
it's not, guys. We're gonna do this.
One last thing, speaking of to all my complainers, everybody gains 2,500 experience points
Nice.
for today's session.
Excellent. 2,500.
No changes to hit points, right? Just the
No.
experience.
Nope, you're just gaining experience.
Okay.
All right, and unless you guys are planning on doing something crazy, the village is destroyed. It's flattened. There's no people around here, and
Sorry, guys.
all the undead in this area are gone and eliminated. You've recovered both caches at this point. So in our next session, we can talk about what you do and where you want to go next.
Does it make sense for us to take a rest since people didn't get
Oh,
to?
yeah.
So
definitely.
everyone, I'm just gonna say everyone at this point can take a long rest. There's no pressure against your party at this point. So unless you tell me that you're racing off without a
I
rest,
think we should do PLC.
There's not like wandering skeletons. They just kind of.
no,
We
they're
don't
all
know
like-
if they're alive. We don't know if they're
We don't know where they-
animated or not. Still.
Wouldn't that be interesting if like when she went,
They
although I
all
think
dropped.
you're right that this is just
Yeah.
like
It's just
a piece of
projection,
her,
Yeah,
Yeah.
projection. of
that, but wouldn't it be cool if they all just like
Yeah.
they weren't animated?
I don't think they.
But
do.
I would like to rest before we
Yeah,
go
yeah.
and
Rest,
confirm.
rest.
Great, everybody do a long rest. You're good.
I'm eyeing up that cook pot.
Yeah, you can take the cook
that
pot.
Girl, that pot's yours.
It's all you, man.
It has been abandoned here in the decimated village.
Because if I can't buy full plate mail to
Genuinely.
No, I know. I was
To my
trying to convince you
exocomp,
that we weren't
we're gonna
going
make
to.
some.
I'm like, this is our
Just a
death.
big,
You
walking
just
around
didn't
in a
know.
big
I
iron
was
tub.
just saving. I was saving my glorious fury.
You were.
This.
And I will say
It was a
the
great-
rolls were in our favor.
It was a great use of that.
No, it's like.
Period.
Yeah, it was a great use of that.
It was.
That ability, you're right, Alex. I truly without that ability in
Glorious
action, this would have been
Freya's?
Very different.
Yeah.
this would have been a very different fight. The
Yeah.
fact that you had
Well-
basically like a super powered flying barbarian.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the too is that I could have used charges and not had that. There were multiple fights
Oh yeah.
that I like saved those charges that I
Yeah.
like
Are those one and done?
no. So what happens is I was just worried we'd encounter Upito and
Yeah.
I wouldn't have them all. And so I didn't want to use them. But if I kill a creature, I get a charge back.
Okay.
So technically I did kill Upito, so I probably have one charge in there.
Yeah, we'll have to,
Right now.
we have to read the description again. I
Yeah.
forget exactly how.
So
I-
each time
Sorry.
I deal the death
You'd
blow
at least-
to a character,
It
I get a
can-
charge. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm like, I think we're gonna have to be like, hey guys, I think that one's about to go, leave it for
Yeah,
me.
it's almost like Dungeon Crawler Carl, where it's like,
Yeah.
go grind, you take the final hit on these.
Reward?
so you can-
I'm so
New
excited.
achievement.
I'm so excited to read the next one.
I just bought it.
We haven't done book 7 either, because it's like
Bought book 7
8
today.
hours or something, I don't know. It's a lot.
What, Alex?
I just bought book 7 today.
You did? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I-
here's the thing, not this coming weekend, but the weekend after, I'm gonna be in Bozeman for a quick 48 hours, a hot
Oh.
48 hours.
Nice.
And I know that you are always very busy on the weekends.
But you can always book it, and if I don't have something, you know what I mean?
Well, I even thought, you know, and I don't know how Sunday evenings are for you, Matt, especially with the kids and getting ready, but maybe it could be a Sunday evening even.
Yeah, weekends
You
are
know?
totally